I'm not doing that. I'm sorry. I can't join you in that. As you can see by this chart that I drew here, I cannot do that.
That is what it says.
Yeah,
What do you mean? Just say 2 words really quick.
Boots and cats.
Yeah, there you go.
If I do that, then Ant's gonna throw the monitor out the window and say, "I'm done. I'm done with the podcast."
I'm not. It's fine. That's not what people come here for.
Oh man, what do they come here for, man?
They come here for the witty banter and the
Hell yeah.
And the charm that is us.
Yeah, you got charm. I ain't got shit.
What?
I just got the PS5. That's all I got.
You know what? How much charm comes with that?
None.
That's not true.
That's pretty true.
People out here would kill to have one.
Oh yeah, quite literally. I went into Walmart the day of.
Oh
Did I tell you that story?
Tell that story,
dude. So like every morning before work, I hit up like Walmart and Target because like I collect action figures. So like I just double check if they got new stock, whatever. So I go there, they have something I want. I'm like, sweet. So I pick it up. I'm like, you know what? Let me swing by the tech area. Like I'll just swing by. Maybe they got PS5s. That'll be neat. Mine's coming later today. I don't need to worry about it. And there's this dude, and he's just fucking losing his shit. And he's like cursing up a storm and like bitching at him because apparently all their registers were down in the whole entire store except for like one up front, which is where I checked out. And then like he's like, "Y'all's registered me up. I'm gonna fucking kill someone." Like he's like threatening the workers. And I'm like, okay, it's time for me to head right. So I'm like, video game section's on my left, and I'm like, I'll go to the right to the front door, get this figure and run. Mm-hmm. And then as I'm going to the right, I'm about to make this right hand turn. All I see is a cop come, and I'm like, oh shit, it's that serious. And then the cop's like, you put your hands behind your back, and starts reading the Miranda rights, and I'm like, jeez. Okay, like, running.
His only issue was that they didn't have PS5?
Well, he was complaining that they didn't have PS5, which is already stupid because for like 2 weeks now they've had that paper taped to the front like, we don't have it in store, you have to buy it online and then do store pickup after you buy it. And then also that their registers were down. So I'm like, dude, even if they had the PS5s, which they don't, you wouldn't be able to buy it. Yeah. So like, what are you mad about? Like, there's no reason for you to be mad. And then I just fucking booked it. Then I went to Target and I was like, let me check out the area here. Safe. Well, I was like, let me check Target. Maybe there's some shit going on here too. Literally nobody in the video game section. Not a single soul. Not even a worker.
Target is a safe place to be.
I guess. It's where all your white women in Starbucks are. That's literally the only thing you can find at Target.
Y'all. That's where they be at, yo. That's what I be in there for. I don't know what y'all be doing in Target. I don't be in there for that. I be getting like toothpaste and shit.
Toothpaste.
Deodorant. Let's go for that toys. No, I found one of those Funko Pop Johns. I used to collect those back in the day. I recently stopped because like the market for those is just so oversaturated. It's
I'm
like,
sure it is.
You think of one character in your head and it's like, yeah, there's a Funko Pop of it in like 3 different poses. One that has like a different paint job, X, Y, and Z. And I'm like, I just can't do that with how much stuff that I like. But like I found one there. It was from the original Michael Keaton Batman. It was the Joker, and it was a chase. So that means it's like for every like X amount, like say like there's like 200, there's one of this guy. And it was like him with like the face paint, but it was like smearing off from like that one scene where he like paints his skin back on. And I was like, yo, this is lit. And I found it. I'm like, yeah, it's my collection. Put that right there. Nice little chase sticker. But then I ran out because work.
Yeah.
And also I had to get through work to get to that PS5 at home waiting for me.
That day,
it went so slow.
That's the crazy part. Like, it didn't really go slow for me, but I will say throughout, I was just like, it was more so anticipation than it was like watching the clock. It was like, I know what's in my trunk right now. And that was another thing. I was paranoid because I'm like, all right, this is
can't
like
let anybody
the thing
know.
I can't tell anybody.
Right.
Like, it's cool people I'm cool with, but it's like, I don't know what people are willing to do for a PlayStation 5 right now. So I didn't even.
I should have came from my work and come stolen your PS5.
You could have.
Sold it for like $3,000 on eBay. Like, where'd Ant's PS5 go? Oh no!
You should sell it as on eBay listing as Ant's PS5.
Oh yeah.
They'd be like, okay,
yo, Ant, someone's listing your PS5.
I'm the only Ant in town, so of course it's me.
Oh jeez.
I knew mine would go for that much.
Well, you guys heard about that eBay one, right? Where
Which
like it
one?
sold for 32 grand.
32 fucking grand. What?
Yeah.
What the fuck?
It was.
That's somebody's yearly income.
I don't know, but it was.
wish.
It was crazy scalpers putting it out, and like this one PS5 ended up selling off for 32 grand.
How though? Like,
I
there's
don't
so
know.
many that are just like buy it now for like 1,000 some odd.
I don't know. It was like there was like an average out, and then I guess they had this one was set up as a bid from like originally being like pre-ordered.
Yeah.
So I guess it was just sitting there like a pre-order that was getting bidded, and it was bidded up to like $32,000.
32. No.
So
I
when's
was
it
like,
coming to
And
the
it
mail?
was only a pre-order. That was the thing. It was a pre-order status on the day of. It went up to 32,000.
Interesting.
There is no console worth $32,000.
No.
But when's the console coming to your front door, Nico? You already
Mine?
spent the $32K, yeah.
Oh no!
Oh yeah,
I'm waiting.
Nico, tell
I'm
us
waiting.
about your PS5 day. Tell us about that.
Yeah.
tell
How'd
us
your
about
day
it.
go?
How did it happen?
It went well. I had other things to keep me preoccupied, and I didn't like. I spend my time, yelling at Google to see if they can find me where I could get one without it being sold out or
And so
being
fast forward, how'd you feel
$1,500.
when it came to your door?
Oh yeah.
No, I'm sorry.
No. So
I'm trying to find somewhere that's the
jerk, trying to put the axe on my neck. No, it kind of sucked because I knew I was gonna regret it for not getting it beforehand. But at the same time, I was like, I'm kind of relieved
Yeah.
because I'm like, oh, I can get it whenever, and like since
I mean, you can't, but
well, the thing is like there's gonna be more. Like,
go there though.
yeah,
Go there.
well, it will.
The world's
Well,
ending in like a week.
I hope so. If that's the case. No, no. Oh, honestly, it's totally fine. Like I have
Okay.
other things to preoccupy me, and then working on the podcast plus video game projects. It's just like I don't have time to get like
in depth.
in depth into a system that I really want to.
Yeah, you're not allowed to
So-
play the PS5 until you finish Last of Us 2. Considering you
mean-
bought the one with the Ellie statue.
Well,
Like,
I broke the law because I did not.
well, no, here's the thing. Like you just got Last of Us 2, right? So like you just got the game. He's got the game plus the collector's edition Ellie statue. It's like
Yeah.
you went all in and still have not played the game.
Yeah, I'm a
fully.
busy man.
I'm not saying you aren't. I'm just saying like there's separate rules for you specifically.
Yeah,
All
like
jokes-
I run by my own rules. So
All
it's like
jokes
this whole.
aside, Nico, like you're good. I think that most of these people going super crazy for
Yeah.
it is really just based on FOMO. It's just fear of missing
Yeah.
out. It's the hype.
Yeah.
You know what I'm- that's all it really is. I'm not
Yeah.
saying it's not a great system, and we'll get into that as the show goes in deeper. But it's like it'll be there.
Not for nothing. Like, yeah, I did all of that, and I was like, I'll wait. Plus, I wanted to see what you guys would say as well about the system. Because even though I haven't picked up an Xbox since I got the third Red Ring of Death on 360, I was like, it's always a possibility where I'll switch over. Not really, since Miles Morales is out, but
Sorry.
He's randomly did it
either way, I just thought I'd wait, and then I have great friends like you guys. I can still come over and
You'll
play
still
some
see
games.
it, yeah.
Yeah.
You'll see. I feel like you'll see a PS5 and play it and all that stuff well before, like in the in between time before you get one.
Which I'm surprised to see that I went to 3 Best Buys within the weekend, and it was just to go and see, like, check out the Black Friday sales and such, because they have some of the stuff that's posted already.
Yeah, they're doing it like all month or something.
Yeah,
right? I saw a commercial for that.
Walmart's been doing it since the beginning of the month. Doing online shopping, you can pick up at store, but it's all Black Friday sales. Dell has been doing it. Elgato. I know there's a bunch of websites that currently are doing like month-long Cyber Monday.
It's strange to me that they're doing that. Like, I mean, I understand the reasoning
Yeah.
because COVID, obviously. You don't want like one day everybody coming out for it, but it's like
Yeah, which kind of
it's
sucks.
also strange. It's just weird to think like this is going to be like one of the first years that Black Friday isn't like
Can't
a thing.
go out and do
Yeah.
it.
Well,
We're not
that's
going to get the memes.
well. My question is Walmart still doing it? They're one of the only stores that are still pushing to open on that Thursday.
I thought they were one of the ones that were closing that.
No, there was certain Walmarts, like even in New York, New Jersey. I heard a few. I have a few friends that work on the one over in New York, and they've said that they all got scheduled to work on that Thursday to open up for. So we don't know if state laws are gonna change that in the next week or so,
I
but
don't know.
Which could very well happen.
Which could very
With the
well
way
happen.
things are trending right now.
yeah. But on top of that, the whole Best Buy thing is like I went to the Best Buys and I found out that they sold their demo consoles.
They did?
Yeah.
The ones inside the things, the cases.
Yeah, three Best Buys in totals. They had people who literally requested to just buy whatever was on the store. And since they won't say no, and Sony didn't tell them that they could, they just sold off their demo. So literally, there was no demo systems anywhere.
Yeah, I feel like if I'm Sony, then I'm pissed at Best Buy.
Right.
Like, no, we want y'all to have that in the store so people can.
And that was the thing. I saw Xbox displays all over them, both S and X, and they were all over, and you could play them and experience them right there at the store. No Sony. Literally, I was so surprised. I was like, I even asked some of the guys at the store, and they were like, "No, we sold them off."
I wouldn't be surprised if a worker bought it because, you know for a fact that they're not just gonna any Joe Schmo that comes in and I want this demo version or whatever the hell it is. They're not just gonna sell that out of there because you're not supposed to. But if it's a worker or a manager, they have the key for that shit.
Yeah.
All they got to do is scan one of the barcodes and then go home with a PS5.
Yeah.
So I'm really surprised that that was a thing, and I was like, oh man, you would think that Sony would at least trap those demos to keep people interested in looking at the system and such, but there was none, no display, no demo, no nothing.
That's a little crazy.
Yeah.
I wonder if those systems are different. You know what I mean? If they're programmed so that they can't handle a full game or something, because they're supposed to be demo versions.
Yeah.
That'd be kind of funny, in
my
my
showcase console.
Yeah, the showcase console.
Some guy buys it and it's I can only play 5 minutes of Miles Morales. Cool.
Yeah.
Imagine the anger.
The disc drive has just got a slice of bologna in it. It's nope.
Oh man.
It's just a disc with a white like a white cover, and it just says Miles Morales Best Buy demo.
Oh god. So that was the most interesting thing on this whole release weekend. But I kept it in high hopes and waiting to hear what you guys would say about the system.
All right.
These things are these are some impressive. PS5 for sure, but they're both some very. I was just telling somebody. Hold on, let me formally introduce.
Yeah.
And then
let's start it off.
It's gonna be that night that that rust mode thing's gonna fucking
yeah, right.
Yeah.
Half of it outside.
I don't know.
Literally, there's a flag over there that's fully 90 degrees bent.
I think there was a hurricane coming up, the East Coast.
Dude, it's gonna suck ass going out to my car.
I completely forgot to let you
Put a
know.
trash bag around my mixer or something.
Oh yeah.
All right. I'll say what up. That's aux cord.
Leave that in.
Leave that in
I
there.
know, right? In promo. Level up, my gamers.
Quite literally level up.
Yeah.
Please do. It's that time.
Next gen.
And I'm Ant.
I'm Chris.
And I'm Nicko.
And this is Save Before Quitting. Welcome back. Thank you again for joining us. As always, you can hit us up. Save before letter B number 4 quitting on Instagram and Twitter, and Save Before Quitting, all spelled out, at gmail.com. Please come one, come all. We like the last questions we got. Hit us with some more.
Yeah. This week we're a little bit bone dry. Nobody sent us that answer to the question of what they're playing last week. So
it's fine. I'm just assuming you're all playing your next gen. You're very busy.
Yeah.
Swinging through the city of New York. I get it. Miles Morales and everything.
You better be, or else we're gonna.
But we're gonna be
attack
looking
you.
for that shit next week, though. Don't play.
Yeah, send us some.
I mean,
emails
play
this week.
and then tell us what you played.
Exactly.
Right.
Yeah, man. It's an exciting time right now.
Super.
The only thing that I've done this weekend is play the PlayStation 5. I've not done anything. Well, that and edit the video that went live on YouTube, but that's it. Those are the only two things I've done. And even editing the video, I was like, I gotta get this thing done. I gotta go back. I gotta go play Miles. I can't play. I can't edit this shit for too long.
Oh, jeez.
This is the one of the rare times where I'm just like, do I have to look after my family this weekend? Can I just not?
Can y'all just pause? Get that remote from Click with
y'all
Adam
don't need
Sandler.
me. Yeah, do y'all need me at all? I know you do, but do you?
Like today, do you really?
Y'all are capable. Well, it's my son. He's a capable 4-year-old. He can figure it out.
You can do it.
Bills, pay him.
Pay him.
Chores, do them. But no, that's kind of been me. Like when I had a minute, I've just been on it hours at a time. I haven't. This is the most I've played in a long time. Like straight, like consecutive hours or continuous hours in a while.
That's cool.
Wow.
Getting back into the old gamer grind.
I know. I really think my girl was just giving me like leeway because she knew.
Oh yeah, she
watch
knew
watch next weekend coming. She was like, "Turn that shit off. Come on here. I let you have all last weekend to play your little game."
Yeah, nah, it's been fun. What have you guys been playing in the meantime? Obviously, since Nicko has not gotten that PS5 yet, what have you been playing in the meantime? What you been doing? What y'all been up to?
I've been doing homework, things around the house, lots of research when it comes to the UE5. There was a few things that happened with that. I know that we left off with just explaining a little bit of what happened, but there's certain like educational systems that have changed.
Okay.
Just because the UE5 like rapidly coming near next year or the year after, so they're changing the programs a lot. Okay. So I just found out that my school got extended, and I'm gonna be in school for another 2 years. But I will be graduating with prior knowledge of UE5, which is very good because right now that's gonna be industry standards.
Yeah. Oh yeah, especially by that time.
Yeah. So it's really good knowledge wise, and any dev out there should really be looking into wanting to like either re-sign up for school or do all of the things they can do to learn as much as they can. But
definitely check out the new program and hit the ground running.
Yeah. But other than that, playing Genshin Impact, played a little bit on Friday.
How is that? Like, because I want to play the game.
It's good. Like I said, we can play it. It is a co-op game. We can technically play. I've been starting to stream. I had a small little stream, like about an hour or so. And
was that on Save Before Quitting Twitch?
No, it wasn't. It was on my own handle, Foam Stud. I was just kind of. I'm new to streaming, so I don't want to end up messing around with the channel. So.
Listen, man, just hop on the channel. I was live the other day. We had like 1 or 2 followers come in, and we were just chilling. I was just drawing. I wasn't even playing games.
Do you know who they were? Do you remember?
Off the top of my head, I can't remember names, but there was one guy I was having a conversation with. It was pretty cool. He was like an animator, comedian over in I think it was California. He said since COVID happened, he hasn't been able to do stand up, so he has been taking up animation and learning that. So I pointed him in a couple of YouTube channels directions and just talked to him for a sec. But yeah, a couple people hopped in the chat and were saying hey, and was like, yeah, check out the podcast if you like games. So if you are listening, it was nice talking to you.
Yeah, man. Appreciate it.
Check out when Nicko eventually streams on our channel.
Yes.
Because he will be doing it on our channel next time.
Well, I was actually going to post it, you guys. But yeah, we'll most likely be doing a regular hour and a half stream every Friday. Hopefully. I know for all of you night owls out there that are probably going to be playing PS5 on those Fridays, and high school kids who are out of school for the weekend. You guys can join me on those streams. So I'll probably be starting out next week. It'll be every Friday from 11 to 2.
Yeah, that's Twitch. Save the letter B, the number 4, quitting.
And I'll be on Twitch randomly in one day in the background of one of these guys' videos. Like, yo, I'm in. What's up?
No, you're gonna be in the forefront. We're gonna
get you set up.
You getting in there.
Yeah. It's not that hard to do, and like even if you're playing like simple games or something like that on your PC or testing them out, but yeah.
I'm gonna go on Twitch and be like, all right, you guys, this is what they call solitaire.
That'd be kind of lit. Though.
That would be.
How does it make it entertaining?
There's a big like chess community on Twitch, so like solitaire might be the next one going up there.
Might.
As soon as I do that, they went, man, Save Before Quitting some bullshit. They playing solitaire.
Listen, man,
y'all got PS5s.
Yeah, solitaire's that OG, man.
It is.
But yeah,
gotta know where you going. Look, they already fucked it up.
You already fucked it up. You messed
gotta
it
know
up.
where you been and know where you going. Can't play Miles Morales if you don't know about solitaire.
But yeah, no, Genshin Impact is fun. It has been getting fun. It is slow on the uptake, I'd say that. But they've done some patches. They've made it a little harder. But
isn't it a grindy game?
It's not. It's actually not. Like, a lot of the stuff that's in it, being that it's a free-to-play game,
But there's
they have a lot of those
microtransactions.
they have a lot of those nuances, like items where they're like, hey, you can level up your character by just consuming this item, and you can pay real money to get to do it, or you can bust your ass and spend time to do it. So it's like, depends how you want to play.
Okay.
So like, on the basis of like on our last episode where Genshin Impact plays me, it was
does.
like I found a way where I can still play the game, enjoy it without having to literally break my wallet over the game,
All right,
just to
that's
like
good.
get to where other people are right now.
Yeah, as long as you aren't spending money on that game,
No.
so that you have money for the PS5 when they do restock, I'm
Oh,
fine.
I mean, I have money. It's just there's
I
no
know
availability
you do,
for it.
but like you can like save that little bit of extra. You
Oh
gotta
yeah,
save.
I mean, so that way I can get the stream card and then we all ready.
Yeah,
See? All at once.
But,
That stream card is coming.
we gotta whatever it's called. What is it? Capture like
Elgato.
Elgato.
Yep.
I don't know anything about that. I'm the tech guy and I don't know shit about that, but it's all good.
I've been looking
Look at
into
our
this.
tech guy.
Yeah. But
Wow.
what you been playing, Ant? Since you are
Yeah.
a part of the next gen, have you been playing mainly PS5, mainly Xbox, or are you mixing
Come
both?
on,
in?
do we know the answer to this, right?
We know the answer, but I'm kind of curious if you have been playing the Xbox at all.
I have been playing Miles Morales. I played Astrobot for a while on the first day while I waited for Miles Morales. And then once Miles Morales is on the system, I'm just playing that. The Xbox has been on. My son has been using it to play Roblox, so
See
big,
that?
super, ultra powerful next gen system, and we're just using it as a Roblox machine right now.
Did you guys get to see the concert on the Xbox?
What concert?
Nas X had a concert on
On
Roblox.
Roblox?
Yeah. I think it was
No.
on Friday. I think it was.
See, I don't play Roblox. I don't know shit.
Yeah.
I come.
it was a free
in-
event where like you
in the
just got a
room and he's
ticket.
playing it. I don't have no idea what's happening on the screen. He knows it all, and he's like, "You want to watch me?" I'm like, "I don't know what I'm watching. I'm just seeing random shit."
But yeah,
But I didn't know that. I know Roblox is huge.
It's like the next
Yeah.
Minecraft or something, but like not really at the same time
Yeah.
because Minecraft's still kicking.
Right.
But I mean, I see like toys in the toy aisle of Roblox, and I'm like,
We got him some toys. He freaked the fuck out.
damn.
But no, pretty much Miles Morales. I've really been just diving super deep. I'm about to beat it. I'm near the end. Unlike our other host who already ended this game 2 days after it came out,
Listen,
which probably would have been sooner if we didn't have responsibilities.
true. I mean, here's
If
the,
I didn't have responsibilities, it would have been. I'd have beaten it right
yeah,
now.
that's the thing. Like with the first Spider-Man game, like I quite literally just binged that game as if it was a Netflix series. And I platinumed it in 2 days. Like technically right now, this Miles Morales game, I'm going longer to platinum it than I have for the regular Spider-Man game. And it's a shorter game. But I did beat the story. Now I'm just doing all the extra like side quests and like the I don't know, like the caches and the Prowler stuff. I don't want to spoil too much because Nicko over here probably won't play the game.
no,
But,
I'd still be playing the game.
But yeah, it's such a good game, man.
It is. It's
Like-
fantastic.
It is. It's so much fun, and it's such a like. I didn't know if it was gonna be that much of like a upgrade from the first game. Like we already knew the hype was there. And it's like I just love Spider-Man, so I don't care.
Likewise.
But like, once I hopped into that, it was just, in my opinion, it's kind of better than the first one.
It is better than the first one.
Like it beats it in every single way. The story is a little bit better in my opinion. Once you beat it, you can let me know how you feel about that. I think the story is better than the first game. It sets up where we're going in the eventual sequel pretty well. I'm not gonna spoil that either, but like it sets it up pretty well to let us know where we're going. And like, dude, I just could not be more excited because I'm gonna play it in New Game Plus as well. Like, there's more to do. Like, I'm gonna platinum it, but then like after I'm done, like I gotta go back and play New Game Plus because there's actually like apparently there's like a suit you get for playing New Game Plus.
Yeah, I
specifically.
noticed that on the suit screen.
Yeah. So it's like there's that already. So it gives you that incentive to play. And then there's also like it's just so much fun to be able to kick people's asses at like a higher level with all your skills and shit. And like even your skills, there's like at the end of your skill tree for each of your 3 different skills like trees there's at the very top only ones you can get in New Game Plus. So it's like you need to get to there, and then once you beat the game, you switch over to New Game Plus and start over again. That's how you get those new ones, which
Right.
is so cool to me. Like it gives you that replayability.
Yeah, gives you
with such a
incentive.
short story too. Like, but like even the story didn't feel short. Like it felt so good.
Yeah, they do a really good job with the story. To the point where even though it's a shorter game, you feel like you've been playing it. Like it,
Oh, yeah.
it feels very complete, very long,
Yeah.
very a lot of substance. It feels really good.
Oh yeah, and like I don't know how deep you've gotten into like the side quests and stuff, but like I love like the way that they're pushing this game into like more of an inclusive state. Like there's so many like different characters with such different backgrounds and whatnot.
Yeah, I
Like,
know what you're talking about too.
Yeah, specifically.
Yeah.
But like, do I say that? Like, do you think it's okay to say that?
It's not really a story spoiler. I guess you could say like.
Okay, so there's this girl in the story who's like a side quest mission, and you meet up with her, and she speaks sign language.
Right.
And like, you got your subtitles on, and like, you know, she's talking to you. And Miles speaks sign language as well, but he's not as great as it, and he's like kind of fumbling his way through it. And it's just so cool to see like something that you don't see in video.
Nope.
And you never have seen I've never seen a sign
I've
language
never
character.
seen
And maybe I'm just like, you know, like not playing enough games, but like I've never seen a character that's like using sign language in a game, unless it's like some random bullshit like in some game that doesn't have like a AAA title. But it's so cool to see. And then like I love your best friend throughout the game. Gonki is so great.
He's great.
I love the mom. She's so great, dude. There's just too much. It's too good. It's not okay how good it is.
The representation in this game is kind of unmatched.
Oh yeah.
Like there's a gay relationship.
Oh
There's
yeah.
a sign language chick. There's like racially, it's very diverse.
Mm-hmm.
Probably one of the most diverse games, period,
Oh yeah.
ever.
I love that game so much. I want to play it over and over again too, and like that's the thing. It's like I want to play the remaster of the regular Spider-Man that it came with, but like I'm at the point where I'm like I don't even care. Fuck that game. Like,
Oh man, that's not what I thought you would say.
like fuck it. Like I don't want to touch it until I play Miles like at least like 5 more times because it's that good. And then
is.
like obviously Astrobot. Like I feel like that was kind of slept on.
Yo, that's what I want to come here and talk about, Astrobot.
Dude, that game is an experience, man. I had a smile on my face the whole time I was playing that. And, like, I couldn't get rid of it. Like, the little nods
It's
to all
so
the games.
good.
Oh, dude. That's literally all this podcast is going to be. It's just like, it's so good. Like, over and over and over again.
The Resident Evil nod.
Dude.
I saw that at first. I was like, "What are they?" I was like, "Oh shit!"
Dude.
I guess I'm gonna be more excited for Astrobot's Playroom.
It's so...
Honestly, I wouldn't be. I'd accept that. It's fine.
I just need more Astrobot. And I'm so glad that, like, after, I think, what was it, episode 2, we talked about the mascots. Like, this is their mascot, and they need to do so much shit with him. I want a racing
And we
game.
said that too. He was like, "I think it's probably Astrobot now."
Yeah.
We
And they
need so
solidified
much.
it with this game.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Yo, and that's what I want to come in here and say. Astrobot. After we had that whole mascot conversation, like you just said, and I was like, maybe it's Astrobot, and we're all like, what is it, Ellie? We're making all these jokes. It's Spider-Man. Yeah, there's no way they cannot make Astrobot the mascot. They pretty much tell you he's the mascot of PlayStation.
Oh yeah.
Dude, I need a plushie. I need a toy. I need a T-shirt.
When was the last time that you saw a game integrated in the system? Like it was like a demo from Sony.
It's been a long time.
Yeah. Like
PS1.
PS1,
was there ever one?
PS2.
What was on PS1?
Well, PS1, PS2, you had demos, and each one had like
No, but this is an entire mascot driven
that's
game.
what I'm saying. Like this was like integrated, where it's like this is like the first time that they've integrated like an actual mascot.
The last time a game was included, a mascot driven game was included with a system might be Super Nintendo, Mario World. Because after that,
We talking about like pre-installed into the system or like
that comes with
That comes
however
with-
it
that
happens.
comes
It's
with it,
pre-installed
yeah.
or just a game that comes
I know.
with.
Well, like, there's the versions where you can buy the console with the game. I mean,
No, I mean that
doesn't
it's
count,
given
yeah.
to you like that.
No, it's given
Okay.
to you
Because
that way.
NES came with
know.
Mario Brothers,
Yeah.
and Sega came with Sonic. After a while, it came with Sonic. Started selling it with Sonic.
Yeah.
And
Like-
Super Nintendo came with Mario World.
Yeah, like for me, like you said, I consider like PS1 era to be Crash Bandicoot.
Oh yeah.
Because like in the box, one of the main characters that was on the box, like depicted in the demo, was like Crash. Was like,
But that's the thing. 'Cause
Like,
they didn't want to double down yet because Crash didn't. That's Crash 1, so they
One,
weren't ready
yeah.
to like
Yeah.
make that the thing. He didn't. Well, he wasn't included.
no, like the demo had it in there, but it wasn't included.
I can't. I don't. There's not enough words for Astrobot and how
You're
much
gonna
I
have
love
you're
it.
gonna have to pick up Little Big Planet. Like I have.
don't wanna
I have
play
a,
Little Big Planet. Fuck that
the thing
game.
is I have such a sinking feeling that Astrobot's gonna get included in there since they
I
have
think it's the other way
similarities.
around.
You think so?
It's the other way around, man. Astrobot's not going to be in Little Big Planet. Little Big Planet and Sackboy are going to be in the next Astrobot
That's
game.
what I said.
I
That's
can see that,
exactly
yeah.
what I
It's what it's
remember.
going to be, man. Because it's such a good.
Listen,
It also is such a great like representation of how much the controller can do without being too much. Because that was one thing I noticed. Like when you showed me the video of the haptic feedback, I think it was like a last episode or so, and it looked like the guy was struggling. That was like an adult male hand struggling on that. In this game, you don't have that where you're like struggling to push the buttons.
I
'cause
don't know what they
obviously-
were playing in that clip.
Yeah, like I mean, I'm assuming that's where it can go. Like you can like have like games where it's like, holy shit, this is like hard to push back against.
Maybe it was Demon Soul. I didn't play that, so I don't know.
Yeah, but like even if it was just like testing the controller, like plugging it in and just like activating the haptic feedback or something, but like this game, like it's perfect for like adults who love PlayStation from like the very beginning to now, and kids, because like a kid could play this game with the haptic feedback and be perfectly fine, and it's not gonna like kill their little fingers, you know, like they're gonna have a perfectly fine time, like with like the frog. Dude, what was your so like let's get into the haptic feedback part.
Okay.
So there's 4 different worlds that you can play in, and each one has their own different like use of the haptic feedback.
All right,
or
well,
part
I
of the
can't answer
controller.
this then. I didn't play it enough.
God damn it!
Because once Spider-Man, once I got the alert, Miles Morales is installed, I just immediately stopped
All right.
playing.
So I platinumed Astrobot.
Because you're a mutant. You're a
No,
fucking
dude. No, because here's the thing. The way I platinumed it was with the new feature that they have where it like shows you how to get the trophies that you don't have yet. And that's another thing that's so cool about it, cuz like there were things that like there's one of the levels where like there's a cloud and he's like blowing on you and like you have to fight against him to like get to the next portion of the level. And one of the trophies is that you just stand there for a while and like fight back in the same area, and like out of nowhere a can comes and just bonks you on the head. And you get a trophy for it. And like, how the hell am I
funny.
supposed to know that? How the hell am I supposed to know I got to stand there for a while and get like smacked in the head with a can? You know, like you don't. And then like this little like extension where it's like, hey, here's your trophies. Like here's how you get them. And like there's like artifacts in each level where you find like old PlayStation like pieces and like the PSP or the PlayStation 1 or like the accessories.
They
And,
have like every accessory. Like they had the adapter for the PSVR. I was like, what the fuck?
Oh, what?
Yeah, man.
It was weird.
My favorite one was the screen for the PS1 that
Oh,
you could like,
yeah.
plug into the
Yeah,
back.
that's
Like
right,
I
yeah.
forgot that was even a thing. And then when I found it, I'm like, what the hell is this? Because I found that before I found the PS1. So like, I get that, and I go to it was called like PlayStation Labo, which is like, come on,
Yes.
Nintendo Labo, dude.
Yep.
Like, why are you
Yeah.
gonna call it that? And then I see it just sitting there. I'm like, what the hell is it supposed to be doing? Like, it's just sitting there, and you like punch it, and it's supposed to do something when it's like in the display area, and it didn't do anything. And then I unlocked the PS1, and you go on top of the PS1 and you do your double jump, which shoots lasers down from your feet, and you hit the power button, and it powers on the fucking screen, and the console's on.
The amount of detail in this game too. The attention to detail is
Oh yeah.
like I read a tweet and it was so on point. It said like Nintendo right now has to be looking at Astrobot like shit.
Oh yeah.
They took our whole like that it's the most Nintendo game that's not on a Nintendo system.
Dude, it kicks ass.
Sony got it right with Astrobot. If they need to take at this point they need to take Astrobot to the limit.
Oh,
He
yeah.
needs a full like not, I know this is like a quote unquote system demo game. You learn how to use your controller. It celebrates PlayStation. No, he needs like a story and
Oh, yeah.
he needs a full-fledged game at this point.
I really feel like they could delve into that too and like do different characters and shit. And like I was kind of memeing when I said like a racing game, but at the same time, why not? Like
Yeah.
why not do like a Mario Kart rip? Like we already got that with Crash Racing. Why not do that with Astrobot? And then all the other characters are the other like the PlayStation characters that he's dressed as. Like the one in the first level with the beach where you go down there and play the beach one.
Kratos?
Yeah, Kratos and Boy in a boat.
Yeah.
And they're as Astrobot though. And it's like have that as a car and like
That's
it's like
so
a
cool.
boat with wheels and like Kratos is like this, and like he's like paddling or something, and that's how the car works. Like you have so many characters that you can pull from, and then have them as unlockables. And then like each level for the racing is a game. Like you have
That
your
would be
Resident
good.
Evil level, like and you're racing through like a house or something with like zombies chasing you while you're racing. Like there's so many things that can be done. Oh, dude, Sony.
The attention
My
to detail,
heart.
like you, and then you hit the Kratos Astrobot,
yeah.
and his eyes turn all red, and he gets all pissed
He like
off.
flips the axe in his
Yeah.
hand. He's like,
What?
and then boy like flips in the
Yeah.
dude. It's so good, and I didn't know this because I was finishing the trophies. But when you're in the main hub, and there's like all the, like the bots around and whatnot, and they're just chilling. Apparently, if you punch them, they start following you,
Oh yeah.
and you can just get like a crowd of them going. And like that's one of the like the things you get 20 of them following you in the hub. And I was like, oh okay, that's not that bad. So I get that, and I'm like chilling. I'm like, okay, so now what's the next trophy? And it was like have the CPU chip, which is like underneath the ground, and like this glass bubble in the middle. It's like have the CPU cube knock out like 10 players. And I'm like, how the hell do I do that? So I get 20 of them following me, get the trophy, and then I walk up onto the glass and I punch the glass, and the CPU down there's like, what the hell, man? And he like zooms up and he punches the glass, and then all the bots go flying.
And that's a trophy.
And that's a trophy. And I was like, this is so crazy. And then you get like a gun that you have in one level, and
gotta
you're like
play
shooting
more
like a
this
gun
game.
around, and like there's a like you know how you can spin when you punch.
Yeah.
You like hold square and then
charge
you
it
can
up.
do a charge punch, and you're spinning like Crash Bandicoot, which is also I think why they did that. So you're like spinning around like that, but you can do that with the gun.
So you just shooting.
So you
mad
got
gun.
like, a machine gun, you charge it up, and you start spinning, and then you hold down R2, and you're like with like a Gatling gun. And I like got like this crowd of people around me, and I just like started shooting all of them.
Do you get a trophy for that?
Yes, you do. Yes, that's the great part about it. There's so many like little things. Like I forget in the area, like the labo area, you get like these guns, like the blasters and whatnot. There's like a little one, and then there's like a medium-sized one, and then the really big one that you put like all the move controllers in, right?
Right.
And like I got the little one, and like I let my brother play for a little bit, and he's like, "Why is this up here? Like you can like climb up the PS3 to get to it, and like jump onto it." And he's
Right.
like, "There should be like a trophy, like you jump on the tip or something." And then I beat the game, and I have all the collectibles, and then I notice if you go up on top of the PS3, there's like a bridge of all three of these guns with the now move controllers in it, and I'm like, wait a second.
And you
so
did it.
I jump from ball to ball, and I get to the tip, and I'm like, what the fuck? It's a fucking trophy.
Of course it is.
Oh man.
It's so, dude. It's
They really went out of their way. Oh, when you run across the snake.
oh yeah, the box, and it makes the noise.
It makes the noise. Like,
Yeah,
the
there's like a
exclamation
little
point
like crawling in the box, and you hit it, and he like scurries back into the box.
What?
Dude, every PlayStation game you can think of, it's in there, and you can always tell too because there's a one of the Astrobots is wearing like a hat backwards with a camera, and he's like filming it as if it's like a movie, and that's where you know it's like a reference.
That's when you
to a
know,
game.
yeah.
Oh, that's
And you just
funny.
sit there and like look, like the fucking Buster Sword was at one of the levels.
I don't even think I got there yet. Damn. I only played I completed one, and the beach one, or the water one.
Yeah.
And the ice one.
Okay.
Those two.
Those are the first two I did as well.
And then,
Which is kind of strange because like you can go into any one
go,
which
yeah,
you
I
want
know.
to, so it's
Great
kind of
minds,
weird
man.
that
great minds think alike.
But,
Save
like-
it for quick.
dude. Hashtag ad.
Right.
But yeah, man, I don't know. This next gen, like, we're only scratching the surface. Like, I don't know what I'm gonna do when I beat Miles and get it platinum in the next probably 2 hours after I go home. But like, I don't know what to do next.
Well, what I'm gonna do after I beat Miles is probably go play Astrobot, and then I'm gonna go beat Last of Us 2
That's a good plan.
finally. Play it on PS5 now, so I guess it'll be quicker to load
Yeah.
and all that stuff. Better up-res the graphics.
So did you guys look at the PlayStation Store at all with the PS Plus collection or no?
No.
All right, so I went in there and I looked at that because there was a bunch of games that I don't have. I'm gonna list off all these games to you that you can just, if you have PS Plus, you can just hit the purchase button and you get it for free, pretty much. So we're starting with Batman: Arkham Knight. 10 out of 10, great game in my opinion. Battlefield 1, Bloodborne, Call of Duty Black Ops 3, Crash Bandicoot: The Insane Trilogy, Days Gone, Detroit Become Human, Fallout 4, Final Fantasy XV, I can't remember what
15.
Roman, 15. God of War, Infamous Second Son, The Last Guardian, Last of Us Remastered, Monster Hunter World, Mortal Kombat X, Persona 5, Ratchet and Clank, Resident Evil 7, Biohazard, Uncharted 4, Thief's End, and Until Dawn. All free. If you just have regular PlayStation Plus.
That's a wild collection.
That's wild, yeah.
And you can just go in there and just be like, yep, I want it, and just add it to your library. You don't even have to download it. It's so awesome. Because, like, I'm missing at least, like, 60% of this list. Like, I own most of them. But, like, there's a lot that I've been like, yeah, I kind of want to play it, but I never have.
Right.
So now I have that opportunity, and maybe that's what I do next. I go back to these PS4 games that are, I don't know if they get, like, an upres or anything, but, like...
They got to get something.
Yeah.
There's some benefit to playing them on the 5.
Oh, yeah.
Because if I were to get those and play them like, and they play like the 4, I'm like,
Yeah.
It's kind of a...
Well, I mean, when you have a stronger output of system, I think they're just gonna look better regardless of what the game is. Yeah.
Yeah,
like
man.
I know there was like a few people that I watched their Let's Plays, and they were like doing like streaming Demon Souls and stuff like that, and like they were comparing and contrasting like the old Demon Souls to the newer one, and like you can see quite a big of a difference on like the models and how it looks, like the looks of it. But the performance of both of them were quite similar. So it was like they definitely like high res the visuals, but the performance was much better in comparison between PS4 to PS5. So regardless of which game you were playing, granted they couldn't show the new Demon Souls in the PS4, but they were like comparing and contrasting of like, hey, this is what the old Demon Souls looks like in PS4. And the way it performs in PS5. And, like, after that, they did the comparison on the PS5 of Demon Souls, the old one, to the remastered. And, like, their performance are quite close. The visuals weren't, but they were quite close when it came to performance-wise.
I'm still debating if I even want to play Demon Souls, just because, like, I know that that's not my kind of game, you know? It's a good game. Well, it's not even that it's good or not. It's just, like, I'm not good at it. And that's the issue. Is like I can't play those games. Like Bloodborne, I could not figure out for the life of me, and like it just turned me off to that like whole entire genre. Right. But that's just me. Like I'm not saying those games are bad. I'm just saying I'm bad at them, and I know that. You know, like I don't think I'm going to pay, like what is like $60-$70. Yep. I'm not going to pay that for a game that I know that I'm not going to be good at. Like it's not worth it from my point of view, but. Other than that, like...
I don't think you're alone in that either.
Yeah. I feel like that's one of those games where, like, you gotta be, like... You gotta invest some time into it to get good.
And for those people, it must be a good thing. It's a good thing because it's getting amazing reviews.
Oh, yeah. We want to talk about reviews, then? Like, what all the reviews for, like, the games... Like, what, so far, would you give Miles Morales Spider-Man out of 10 if you were IGN yourself? Because they gave it a 9.
Right.
You haven't beaten it, so.
Huh?
You haven't even beaten it yet, but still.
I'm right there. I mean, I didn't see the end.
Yeah.
But, yeah. I honestly don't think that's a bad score. Based solely on the fact that it's... But then the same reason I would knock it is the same reason I give it props. Because I could say it's not a long game, so you're paying full price for a shorter experience, but then it's like they tell such a good story in the shorter experience that can I really knock it for that?
Can you?
I know you would never knock it for
well,
that.
that's not, what would you give it out of 10? Would you agree with IGN, or do you think you would go higher or lower? Because if you go higher, there's only one where you can go.
I know, that's...
If you go lower, then
if we were discussing, like, and they gave it like a 7, this is way easier to do.
You can always agree with them as well.
No, I think I'm going to stick with where they are.
All right. So what I'm going to say is fuck IGN. It's a fucking 10 out of 10, dude. It is a 10 out of 10. Insomniac Games, turn around, bend over, because I'm about to kiss your ass. Such a fucking good game, dude. Amazing. Beautiful. So good. 10 out of 10.
It is. But I'm not mad at that.
Oh, no. I'm not mad at it either. I'm mad at the fact that they made such a good game. And now I gotta wait for the sequel of Spider-Man 1, which I know is gonna be even better than this, which is the crazy part. Because, like, they're gonna see how much people love the inclusivity of this one, and then they're gonna be like, okay, well, let's include that in Spider-Man 1 or Spider-Man 2,
Right.
and like bump that up a bit, you know, and then with longer game time, better story, dude. My mind's gonna be blown to a point where I'm not even gonna be able to speak words. It's not okay.
So, question to you guys. So, how much is the base price for Miles Morales?
60.
Yeah,
Is
60.
it? Okay. Because I was just reading over like a news report where Sony came out Friday, I think it was, and they mentioned how next gen games or the current releases for the PS5 are going to be more expensive.
I'm fine with that.
So they're going to be reaching
started
like
that
70
already.
to 75
Because
for
Demon
just
Souls
the base.
and Miles Morales, well, if you get the Ultimate Edition, they're
Yeah.
both $70. I really can't imagine. I'm sure the people who have, for listeners listening, but I can't imagine someone not getting the $70 Miles Morales.
I'd be confused if you didn't.
Well, no. I'm not saying like games that have bonuses with them. Like
No,
Miles
because I said
Morales
Demon
is-
Souls is regular. That's $70.
Oh, is it really?
Yeah,
Yeah.
What?
I mean, for
I could be
people who play
wrong, but
Demon
I'm pretty sure
yeah.
that's $70.
But yeah. So I read something like that, and I was like, oh, well. I mean,
I'm fine.
we've gone
with
this far.
that. Yeah, man.
And not only that, it's like the devs working hard, so I hope this extra change goes to their pockets.
Oh yeah, I mean, like it's not much. Like that's the thing too. It's not like they're going like from a $60 game to a $100 game.
Yeah.
Like, if it was there, then I'd be like, okay, wait a second. But it's $10. I'm not mad at it.
Yeah.
You know, like I'm not like, how dare you take $10 extra from me? Like,
Demon Souls Standard Edition, $69.99.
Oh.
yeah. So I'm not mad.
Well, I mean, if you think about it like this, I remember when games were 50.
I remember when games were 40.
Boomers.
Well, they were 60 your whole life.
back in like
Felt like
GameCube. GameCubes were like $39.99 when they first came out.
I do remember Nintendo was being cheaper.
Yeah.
But I don't know if they're, because I remember paying $50 for GameCube games.
Oh, absolutely. I also remember because I remember Tales of Symphonia.
I think they would come out with certain games.
Yeah,
for
like
40
Tales
bucks.
of Symphonia was one of the biggest games for the GameCube when it came out, and like I paid $65 for that game, and it wasn't even like a special edition.
I remember the crazy cartridge era where they charged whatever the fuck they want.
Yeah,
Like,
that was
like
crazy.
what was it? I think like I remember Kirby 3. Oh, I'll never forget it. Kirby's Dream Land 3 for Super Nintendo was like $75, like
What?
$80. Cartridges cost more to make. So
Oh,
even
yeah,
in
you're right.
64.
Yeah.
Like
64 had the
when all
same
those
thing.
wrestling games came out, like WrestleMania 2000 and all that. I remember WrestleMania 2000 being in, you remember Game Gallery? Being in Game Gallery, and it was like $85 for that shit.
Oh, jeez.
Fuck. Okay, I would be mad at that then.
Yeah.
But
That's where I'd be mad.
I mean, yeah,
but
back in those
then
days too.
discs kind of streamlined everything because then all PlayStation games were $50, and then GameCube games were like $50.
Yeah.
PS2 games were $50.
They were like $50. I think the
And
most
then-
expensive PS2 game that I got was like 65 at most.
And then then the 360 PS3 was that also? That was Wii.
That was way
Wii era games were $60.
$60. Yeah.
So you got to think about how long it's been since there's been a price increase, and you kind of can't be mad at it from that standpoint.
Yeah.
There's like, yo, games been $60 for like
Almost a decade.
For
yeah,
a decade. Yeah.
and they
I
were
can't even be
$50
mad.
for like 2 generations.
Yeah.
So it's like, I mean, eventually,
Yeah.
You're paying what you get for it.
and you're getting
Yeah.
way larger games. All the work that has to go into those games. It's not like we're playing like side-scrolling Kirby on,
Right.
like, on Super Nintendo anymore. You're playing this big fleshed out world. Miles Morales
It's all of New York. You're playing it.
Yeah,
You're playing in
like-
a city, a full fucking city.
rendered the way it's rendered. All the voice actors they had to get. Like games are cost more. Some game like look at Grand Theft Auto 5. Like you don't think you're gonna pay top dollar for that? The next Grand Theft Auto, if they hold so much weight, if Rockstar put out Grand Theft Auto 6 and it was $100, I'd be like, what can I say to you? How can I can be mad,
Yeah.
but can I be like, I'm sure this cost like
Like-
$150, like $300 million to make though.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
that's gonna be insane when that game does come out, if it does, because they're just gonna keep riding with.
6 was
GTA
rumored
5.
already.
Mm-hmm.
Was rumored this
I
weekend.
should download that. That's free, right?
What?
GTA 5, that's free on next gen.
Yeah, they said it was free on PS5. Did they already put it out there on PS5 yet?
I don't know. I remember
But they did.
hearing them say
They
that.
did say it would be free.
Say it would be
I thought it was
free,
a day one thing, and I
No.
just forgot about it. But I could be wrong. I'll check later. But dude, I feel like you pay for what you get for now. Like it's just like you get all these fucking high class games, you're gonna pay the price. And like if you have a problem with that, then you're in the wrong area. You're not
absolutely. Like
Right.
Like when I was posing the question was like more like what you guys thought of it. Like I wanted to get your thought process because I was like I'm okay with it knowing the fact that like this is the amount of work that goes into and like the amount of people that you gotta have to do that shit. I was like I'm surprised they hadn't done this this price increase like well before.
If anything, I'm more mad that there isn't a deluxe version of Spider-Man where I can get something extra with it with the console. That's the only thing I'm mad about.
I mean,
like, there's not like a
I think there's gonna be something
version.
coming out.
If there is, then I won't get it though. That's the thing, because I already played the game. I'm not buying another disc. I'm not gonna buy another disc of the game just to get like if there's a controller coming out with it for like $100. Like, I'm not doing that.
That's the part that's gonna. That's why sometimes I hate the transition period, the generation transition, because they're coming out with like Ghost of Tsushima is already out. I want to play that. I'm gonna play it on PS5.
Need to play it, man.
But they're coming out with a PS5 version of it too. So it's like, do I just buy it now or do I just wait till whenever they decide to put this PS5 version out?
I think it depends, because if the PS5 version is for some reason better res or whatever, I would say wait, just because like I already love that game for what it is on PS4. But like if they're gonna up res that, then I don't know what your eyeballs are gonna experience, because it's just like already a gorgeous game.
They said they would. I think.
Well, we already know that on E3. Sorry to like interrupt, but like on the E3, they actually like Sony had mentioned saying that, I think if I'm not mistaken, The Last of Us, when that game was released, any game that was released after The Last of Us was absolutely gonna get a higher res made of the PS for the PS5.
And there's like that small list that didn't.
It was a small list from like PlayStation. Like it was like Final Fantasy VII was included in the list that wasn't gonna get it, and then Square Enix jumped on top saying that they were gonna make one anyways. And then
we'll talk about that in a minute.
And then there was Santa Monica Studios was another one that Sony told them that they didn't have to, and then they were like, "No, we're making one." Oh, yeah. So they're actually gonna high res God of War. They're gonna high res FF7. They're gonna high res. What's the other game that came out that was big in the spring? I forgot. Sekiro is getting high res for the PS5. So all of these like games that were on that small list of like, oh yeah, Sony's not gonna high res them themselves.
Yeah,
it was. Most of these games, those companies took it upon themselves to be like, no, we'll re-release them and high-res them for the PS5.
Yeah, money.
Yeah.
Exactly.
I mean, they already got the data. Things. They just got to do a few tweaks and boom.
Yeah. What I want to do, because I want to play Ghost of Tsushima. So what I want them to do, if they're going to re-release it, if you have the PS4 one, they should just be like, make my PS5 version. If I have it digitally, or if I even have it disc, but like, just digitally make it the new version.
For free.
Yeah. For free. And
I would like that very much. My wallet would too.
Certain games, it's just like, okay, if it's not that easy, charge me $10.
I wouldn't be surprised if it ends
up... Give me $10 and then make my version the PS5 version.
I wouldn't be surprised if they end up being patches too.
Well, certain games, I think...
Because Miles Morales has that where you can switch back and forth between two. And Square Enix was mentioning that FF7 was going to have that availability where you can switch the performance. So it's like I wouldn't be surprised if they end up doing just patches for all these games instead of actually releasing a whole nother game.
Right.
Yeah. I mean, the only reason I'm mad about these uprising of prices is because like I want more, which is just being greedy. Like, you know, like I want more things. Like I want more options to choose from. Like, I feel like Insomniac kind of did a little bit messy with Miles Morales, where they were like, well, you can buy the game, and then you can also buy Spider-Man, but you can't get the remaster unless you get this version.
Marvel Spider-Man, Miles Morales.
Yeah, like that's just like too convoluted. Yeah. But like if you told me like, hey, you buy this version, and then you also get like a sticker, like to put on your PS5, or like you get a decal for your controller, like something like that. Like I would have liked that, like just a little bit more incentive, like
right.
But also, I'm perfectly fine with getting a remaster of a full game that I already know I love, and then the Spider-Verse skins early, which, dude, that Spider-Verse skin, man.
Yo, I didn't pre-order Spider-Man. And that shit was there first
What?
day. I was
Yeah,
like,
I think
you
it was
got
just
lucky.
like in there. I don't think it was like a pre-order bonus or anything.
didn't they say you have to pre-order
I don't
to get
think
it?
they did.
They didn't say that?
No, I think it was just like you gotta
get it
get
at
it.
launch. As long as you got it at
Right.
launch, I'd probably.
Either way, I'm not mad.
Wait, no, because there was a whole article saying, but they had to clarify that you can still grind for it and get it if you don't pre-order it.
Well,
And somebody in my Twitter thing said, I didn't get it at the gate, but I finally grinded and got that Spider-Verse suit.
Maybe you just got lucky.
Look, I'm not Sony. Don't take away my Miles Morales. I
Make
mean,
him
my
grind.
Spider-Verse suit.
Maybe it's Sony saying sorry for tweeting you and getting your foreign sucker.
They're still
on
doing
the
it. I'm
Twitter.
not falling for it again.
Did we even talk about that? The excitement that you had that day? Because that was such because we all three were
We were
hyped.
all hyped, yeah.
And
I
then
was so hyped.
so for context, if you don't know, I guess if you interacted with some sort of Sony's posts or whatever, they
I don't even know what it was that I interacted with.
well, I mean, you like enough stuff from probably Sony that they were just like, you know what, he will like this. So they tweet you directly and they're like, at whatever the hell your name is, are you ready for this or whatever? Like some like generic thing, which like at the time we probably should have realized it was kind of generic.
Yeah.
It was generic, but I just thought I was being because you know why? I'll tell you exactly why. Because that was the day
We released.
we
the
also
podcast.
released shit. And
Yeah.
in my post on Instagram, I added Sony, I added
Yeah.
PlayStation, I added Insomniac.
Yeah.
I put everybody in. I tagged them.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
I tagged
you.
them in the Instagram post.
Yeah,
And
it
then
lined
we-
up too well.
And
That's
then
the problem.
And it was right after because then I went on Twitter and we promoted the show.
Yeah.
And I added the PlayStation, Xbox,
Oh,
everybody.
Yeah, that's right.
Our
and so when
episode's
they-
title too.
Right. and it was titled something about Miles. And then they tweeted me. So if all of that lines up, I'm like,
This is it.
I got
This
their
is it.
attention.
Yeah, and then like an hour later, I'm like texting my buddies over at Haptic Intel, and he's like, "Hey, I don't want to be the bearer of bad news, but I got the same tweet."
Oh, yeah.
And like, I was like, "Oh shit, do I tell Ant this?"
No, I'm glad you did. Don't let me ride that high.
Yeah, I was like, I can't let him just go out the whole day thinking that like Sony's over here tweeting him. But
I'm
like,
at the gym. Somebody's next to me. They don't even play video games. Like, so,
and you're just like lifting like 50-pound numbers. Yo, I got tweeted by Sony today, motherfuckers.
tweeted me.
In
They're
your
like, what?
fucking jeans.
shut the fuck up.
A side note, I had my brother rewatch the video before I put it live on YouTube.
Yeah.
Speaking of that, we didn't mention it. There's a fucking video on YouTube.
I guess we should have promoted that.
Our first
yeah,
video
that's
is
right.
live on YouTube of us unboxing the PS5. Go watch it. But I had my brother rewatch it because, like, you know, maybe I made a mistake or whatever. And he's watching a bit with you in it, and he's like, "Yo, you notice how Ant's not wearing jeans right now?" And I'm like,
But I wear them in the gym.
Oh,
and I was
man.
like, "Oh god!" He's like, "You should have made him wear like jean shorts or something as like keep the bit going." And I'm
Yeah,
like,
that would have been
You know,
best.
the only reason that won't work now because I don't think I own a pair of jeans.
"No." He was like, "Dude, tell him to buy a pair of shorts and cut them off." That's what he said. Dude, this has become such a thing. Oh man, your Christmas presents this year are gonna be jeggings from everybody.
Yeah, they're getting jeggings or jorts.
we're gonna shoot another YouTube video, and y'all are gonna be doing things on this one. Something I have no expertise. Y'all gonna be doing some PC shit.
Hey man,
And every time it cuts to me, I'm just sitting there, and I just have jeggings on.
filmed vertically.
Film verdict.
Can we talk about that for a second
Go
and
ahead.
my
No,
stress?
let's talk about that.
Let's talk about it.
So, getting off topic from the excitement of PS5. So, like, we had this idea to do this unboxing video when we were like, we got to do something on YouTube last episode. And then after we cut the mics, we were like, what the fuck are we doing?
Yeah, we had
Because
no
we
idea.
had no idea. And Ant was like, yeah, we're doing something. And I'm like, question mark.
We had to do something.
Yeah. So we pitch it. And, like, prior to filming, we watched, like, an unbox therapy video. Because we were just looking at, like, the specs because they got it early or whatever. And we're like, what if we, like, make, like, a parody of that? And, like, just make it, like, funny and, like, have little cut-ins with Nicko who didn't get the console and it'd be, like, funny. So, like, I'm like, okay, guys, so I need you to just film a review, like, of you doing it. And then, Nicko, I need these shots. And then I asked for a specific one the day of. We'll get to that. So then I'm, like, editing all of my footage from my 20-minute recording, which already is, like, way too high. And I didn't get the actual table that I was, like, opening shit on. So there was already that. So I get that done. I'm like, okay, cool. Let me go check the Google Drive. I see both of y'all's files, and they're both filmed vertically. I'm like, please say psych.
I
But
had
like,
no idea.
and I was like, come on, man. It's YouTube. It's never vertical on YouTube. It's saying TikTok, man. And I was like, okay, whatever. I'll work with this. Let me fix it. So I fix it and I just do like, like the enlargement in the back so it's got something moving. It's not just like a empty void of black.
Right.
And then I'm like, Nicko, I need you to get me that one shot that we talked about the day of in which you're like scrolling and you can't find it in stock anywhere.
Right.
He's like, okay, cool, I got you. I'll be home soon. I'm just getting some groceries. I'm like, okay, cool. So I'm just waiting. I'm just chilling. I'm just playing my PlayStation. And he's like, hey, just upload it. I'm like, sweet. Got this. Let me go finish the video. I can set it up for a scheduled release time the next day. This motherfucker films it horizontally. I'm like, great. So now I have horizontal video from Nicko and vertical video from Nicko, so that's inconsistent. And then I have all vertical the whole time.
Yeah.
Shit.
Vertical ant, that's what they call me.
And then I had to reanimate the whole entire intro because it was like really long. I remember I sent you guys that as like a preview, and you're like, this is pretty long. And then I had my brother watching. He's like, yeah, it's really long. I'm like, fuck, now I gotta reanimate it. So I had to retime everything and re-render everything. But yeah, it was such a stressful time. Go watch the damn video, please.
Please watch it.
Yeah.
Chris did phenomenal work on the animation. I've been hearing nothing but rave reviews about his great intro. People are just talking about the intro. No one has said it shit to me about the video.
Nah, but I had an idea. I was gonna run it by you guys that intro is just constantly changing. Like, it's not just always like the COD one or us like as our favorite video game kit. Like, it's just different video games and stuff. Like, say like we're talking about Miles Morales or playing Miles Morales in the movie, or in the video. And, like, we're all just, like, in our own favorite Spider-Verse costumes. Like, like it just changes up every single time. And then I can just, it's like a plug and play. And I just, like, be like, bop,
I like
bop.
that idea. And maybe I'll take this out the show since I don't get the secret sauce, the behind the scenes.
We'll see.
That means I'm not going to do it.
I don't know. But, yeah.
But no, I
thought that was a neat idea.
No,
but, like, if you guys think it's a good idea, email us if it's still in the podcast.
It'll still be in there now. I think you should keep what you have.
Oh, yeah.
And the last thing should be what we're promoting or what's in the video.
All right. I dig that.
But I also think after watching it myself again, it's definitely shorter and it's definitely better to me.
Yeah.
But I think you need to create some more. There's a lot of us walking with nothing happening.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. There'll be more coming.
I didn't know what the plan was.
No, I was thinking about it. I was like, first of all, you two don't play Call of Duty, like, ever.
I play Warzone.
Yeah, how often?
No, I played it a lot actually before.
Okay, I'm not throwing shade, but not all of us play that game.
All the shade.
So like, there's that. I mean, the favorite characters one. I feel like that's gonna be like a mainstay the whole time because like,
it's too funny.
It's too like
Yeah.
Like I drew myself in like I keep saying Destiny instead of Journey for some reason. I don't know why because it's like it's always about the journey and not the destination. Like that's what's in my head.
Deep.
So then I just say Destiny, you know. But that's what the game's about. Quite literally, that's the plot. I love the Journey. I love that game. It's so good. Go play it if you haven't. It's such a good game. Please hire me, the studio that makes that I don't know the name of. Anyway, and then Nico's like, make me a Final Fantasy character, and I'm like, yeah, tell the guy who's never played a Final Fantasy to make you a Final Fantasy character. Who? So I'm like, fuck it, I'm making you Cloud because I played Kingdom Hearts once.
Yeah, there you go.
And that's all I know.
You should have just made him Sora.
Yeah,
Dude,
right.
I was going to make you
Fantasy,
fucking
right?
Donald, dude. I was going to make you Donald. That's what I should have
I
made
would
you.
have taken Donald.
Could have been Goofy.
He's Buzz Lightyear.
Honestly.
That's square, right?
It's in the third one, I think, right?
Yeah, it is.
Toy Story, yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, and then Ant's like, I'm like, Ant, what's your favorite video game character? She's like, oh yeah, Sonic. And I'm like, dude, I'm not about to go on like some DeviantArt bullshit making you into like your OC of like a Sonic character.
All I did was answer your question.
Yeah, and then I was like, what do I do? Do I make him into Sonic? But I'm like, I can't do that because then we have like a Princess and the Frog situation where I'm like taking the black guy and making him not.
I asked you to make me.
I know, but like not everybody's gonna see that, and I'm like, I'm not doing that. I'm like, fuck it, I'm putting you in a onesie.
That's great. It's fine.
So now we need to make you a onesie.
I loved it. It was
Nicole's
great.
making you a onesie for Christmas. This is what's happened. I'm commissioning her to make you.
I'm gonna record a whole episode in that onesie on camera, and I really shouldn't have recorded me just saying that because I feel like in the future I'll have to do it.
Next Halloween, by the time that we have YouTube working at some point and filming the actual
Consistently working, yeah.
Yeah, eventually we'll have the podcast fully filmed with a set of sorts.
That's coming.
That's coming.
Yeah,
Yeah.
we'll do that soon.
a
But
lot.
yeah, watch the YouTube video, please. It was a labor of love from all of us, even though There's some snafus there, here and there, like, but we'll get better with time.
And it was a learning process. Now I know that it has to be horizontal.
It ain't Snapchat, YouTube.
I don't have a Snapchat,
So it's even more confusing.
my thing, like, I had the ring light up, and there was a chair below the ring light, and my son has this Ninja Turtles like bucket that he could put like action figures and stuff in.
Yeah.
And I just had it sitting on the chair and my phone propped up against the bucket.
Nice.
Recording myself.
Dude, that part where you almost dropped the PS5 controller gave me a heart attack.
Yep. The funniest part that wasn't supposed to be funny is my struggle standing up the Xbox.
The Xbox.
That's why I was like, I'm so glad he kept zooming in on that.
Well, I zoomed in on my face when I said like my knife brand, and I'm like, I can't just do it one time throughout the video. I was like, fuck it, I'll do it on this because this is kind of funny. And then I was like, I'm like, this took too much time to animate just the video zooming in. Now I'm not doing it anymore. These are enough.
Adrian was like, "Can you not? Why can't you stand the controller up?" Just watching it. She was like, "You're giving me like anxiety."
Yeah, like, I was sitting there every
My
single
heart
time you
dropped,
can.
dude. When the PS5 one came out, I didn't even want to zoom on it. I was like, I can't because it made me so anxious. I was like, no.
But I think it worked though because it made it more funny, like more entertaining. Because I'm all like,
And that's what it's supposed to be.
I like the quick, like, excited look from Chris when he like grabbed the remote. He goes, "We have the Dual Shock," and it was really, really low. And I was like, "Dual Sense,
I don't give a
Dual
shit.
Sense."
I don't give a fuck. Listen, I want to give a huge shout out though to Nicole, who is Nicko, Seen Him and Other, who filmed him in the shower, fully clothed, crying with the shower on. If you know what that's a reference to, you're a real one. I love you. And if you don't know what that reference is to, go watch a good movie for Christ's sake.
please.
God. But
that was fun though.
I do love about that video, and I was like, "Oh, we are in sync. We're like this." It's how we both threw the instructions. Like, no,
dude,
you guys both threw it,
dude.
When you did it, I was like, "Oh shit!"
Need this shit. And then later on, I'm like, maybe I should have read the instructions. And I wanted to like cut back and do it in slow mo. Be like, we don't need this.
I definitely looked in the instructions because after it was over, I'm like, "Oh, how do I set up the stand?"
The little thing at the bottom, I didn't get it. I was like, wait, do I just like pry this out with like all my force?
Yeah.
And I had to like stick I cut my nails that day, so I had like no nail to like stick under. I was like, what do I do? Am I stuck on the side?
I'm stuck. What did I do? Oh, the USB-C wire. So when I was hooking the system up, I hook it up, press the button, wasn't coming on. I was like, "Uh-oh." Like, this is not good. First day of PS5. So
no.
Like,
I'm like, it's plugged in. Why isn't my PlayStation 5 coming on? And then I'm pressing the button of the controller. So I'm like, the fuck? So then, again, I had to look in the instruction manual. I'm like, I talked a lot of shit on that video about not needing this. So I'm reading it, and it says, plug in your controller. I was like, oh, I got to have it plugged in. So I was like, I don't remember unpacking. I don't think in that video I took out.
You didn't. I
You
remember
didn't.
that.
Yeah.
So I'm like, I didn't get a cord, and I already discarded the box. It's across the room.
Oh my God.
Not like
Oh,
out
I'm
the
about
house,
to
like
say.
across the room. Like,
Jesus.
I packed all the cardboard back in it and put it somewhere.
That just sits there now. Like, I have nowhere to put that box. I'm
I
like,
put it on like top of my shelf or something. But I had to go back to the box. I'm ripping all the extra cardboard and I'm like, where is it? And it was wrapped up in that like cellophane paper.
oh, yeah.
And I was like, oh. So I just plugged it in. I was just like, I was ready to freak out. Luckily, I have extra USB-C cords. But I was like, no, I want the one
Yeah. Right.
that was supposed to come with the system.
The funny part to me is that you quite literally freaked out by just pushing the PlayStation controller, right? Did you ever at all think about pushing the power button on the PlayStation?
No, I didn't.
Because that's what I did. I pushed the button on the PlayStation, so I was like, I want to feel what this feels like. And then it tells you to plug it in. And I was like, oh, okay. I was like, because I was hitting the button too, and I was kind of I was like, oh, it's not connected. And it literally says, plug it in, you fucking idiot. And I'm like, okay, cool. Yeah, you're right.
That lets you know how anxious we were to get started. Because I'm like, even going through the setup, I'm like, all right, yes, Wi-Fi, all right, let's go. Previous games transferred over, okay, install. Like, I'm like, get me to the home screen.
Oh, yeah. And then the transfer, dude. I did the PS4 transfer, and my internet in my house is god-awful to the point of, like, my router's in my garage, which is on the opposite side of where my room is, and it's already terrible, even if you're, like, right next to it. So I'm like, dee, dee, and that's like a megabyte per second,
No,
and that's
jeez.
it. So I'm like, okay, like let's do the transfer, and it's like we'll be done in 90 minutes, and I'm like, but no, I want to play. I want to play
right now.
I want to play right now. So then I'm like, fuck it, like I'll just let it go. I walk away, have some food, and I come back, it's finally done, and I got Miles ready, I got Astrobot ready, and then I go to play Apex with my cousin, and my brother, and I'm lagging like insane because my brother's using Apex and I'm using Apex, and we're both pulling from the Wi-Fi, and then our parents are pulling from the Wi-Fi, and I'm on the ass end of the house, so I'm getting like the least bit because that's how it works spatially. I had to
Right.
explain that to them, and they didn't seem to understand that that's how it works. So then I'm like, fuck it, maybe I'll switch to the 5G.
You gotta buy a mesh router.
I want to. I need to.
I got the Google ones. I got 2 of them in the house, so
I
no
need
matter where
to.
I'm at.
But like, I switched my Wi-Fi network when the transfer was still happening.
Ooh, why?
I wasn't thinking. I thought the transfer was done. This was the next day. The transfer was still going because of how bad my internet is. Mm-hmm. So the transfer completely stopped. I got an error message.
Oh,
And I was
no.
like, shit. And I look at the error. It was like 72.1113 out of 73. And I'm like, you were so close.
So now you gotta go back and do it again?
Yep, the whole thing, I think. I haven't gone to it because I was like, fuck it, I'm just playing Miles. I don't care. I don't give a shit.
I just did the night before. So was that Wednesday night? I just backed up everything I knew I would transfer to the PS5 on my external hard drives of my PS4. Mm-hmm. And I purposely downloaded the PS5/PS4, I guess, version of Miles Morales Wednesday night. And I remotely did it from the app to download to my PS4. Mm-hmm. So I did that, put it on the hard drive, plugged the hard drive into my PS5, and just transferred everything that way. So I didn't have to touch the internet.
Nah, that's thinking smarter instead of like your boy over here who screwed up the whole thing. But no, it's running smoothly. Apex was laggy, but I mean, it has to be internet. It's not. They were like memeing on me like, oh, next gen guy over here's lagging all over the place, and I'm like, you really think it's the next gen that's the reason that I'm lagging? Like, what are you even talking about?
Yeah,
Like,
no, I mean, it was known that, like, the PlayStation was going to have, like, a few connectivity issues and stuff like that, but
I mean, it didn't,
it's
though, when I
most
played by
likely internet
myself.
stuff, yeah.
I was like, you gotta be kidding me. The worst part was, like, one of them was on PC and one of them was on PS4. And, like, the one that was on PS4 was like, oh, yeah, well, like, it's your console. It's not the internet, blah, blah. And I'm like, dude, I'm only hearing you like a robot right now. The guy on PC's coming through clear as hell. You sound like a robot to me. He's like, well, you sound like a robot to me. And I'm like, that doesn't explain anything.
Oh, did you figure out what happened with your headphones?
Oh, no. Well, during the startup process, I was kind of concerned because, like, you know, it was like all the bullshit, like, oh,
Right.
internet, and like Ant was saying. And, like, I had my headphones plugged in, and there was no sound coming out. And it turns out there's no sound during that part. That was it. So like it's a aux cord. You can use any headphones you want on a PlayStation. It's not like a Sony thing like you were saying.
No. I was just wondering because
yeah.
like there was a patch that they did on the PS4 for like the original controllers.
Yeah.
Where like only Sony headphones would end up working on it,
Yeah.
and it was just something buggy with the controller itself.
Yeah. Luckily it wasn't that, and I was fearful that my controller was busted. I was like, fuck, my aux cord's messed up, and that's like the only kind of headphones I have at the moment. But luckily, it was just the startup.
Cool.
So I could hear things. I still want to get the 3D Pulse ones, but like they're
I
out of
want
stock.
those so bad. You can't find them nowhere.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Both of my buddies over at Haptic fucking got them, and they're like doing their podcast while wearing them. I'm like, you motherfuckers. I get it. I know it works on PC. Stop showing off.
I went to I didn't tell my PS5 pickup story. So I
Oh,
went
yeah.
to Best Buy at 6 a.m. I stood it like, all right, let's rewind some. When I went to go get the Xbox, I also had that scheduled for 6 a.m. So I went there. I got to be to work at 7. So I get there at 6 a.m. and there's a line, like just going kind of down the sidewalk to go into Best Buy. Not super long, but long enough.
To could be concerned that you
Right,
will get
'cause,
work
like,
at 7.
Right. So they're only letting in like handful of people at a time.
Yeah.
You gotta wait for them to go in,
Code,
give their
yeah.
name, check out, get their stuff. So I'm getting closer to the door, but I'm also like, all right, it's 6:20. Like I need to like, I'm not like, I'm close, but I'm not close enough to where it's like around the corner. So I get in there finally. I get my Xbox. It's 6:35 at this point. So I get my Xbox. I'm all like, I'm like, hey, thanks, man. All right. See you. I'm signing everything I got to sign to get my money. I'm like, all right, have a good day. I walk my Xbox to the car. I sit in the car. I close the trunk. And I look around and I just get in my car like fast. Like, I got to get to fucking work. So I'm just out of the fucking Best Buy parking lot, make it to work. I'm like, okay, on Thursday, this is PlayStation. I got to get there like
earlier. Yeah.
Earlier.
So I did all of that. Woke up. Left earlier. I got to Best Buy at 5:40. It's just dark. There's no lights on in the parking lot, and there's people there, but there's no lights on. There's no one standing in line. I was like, well, I guess I made it early. I guess, but I'm thinking like PS5, it's gonna be packed.
Oh yeah.
But it wasn't. So I saw one guy at the door. So I was like, well, I'm gonna go stand at the door. At this point, it's like 5:50. So I go stand at the door. And it's just me. I'm second. There's one other guy in front of me. And finally, when I'm talking to him, he's talking about the headphones too. He's like, yo, you might want to check this Best Buy. I heard they got something. I heard. So we're going back and forth about that. And the way they did it is if you buy accessories at the store during the pre-order orders, they give you 20% off of the accessories.
Oh, what?
So I was like, shit. So I'm hoping they have the headphones because I'm going to get them. I get in there, and of course they have everything but the headphones. Everything. Every accessory, no headphones. Because one of my friends was texting me, hey, they have headphones, get me some. I was like, all right. So they had no headphones. But so I end up leaving there. I get in the car, and it's like 6:03. I'm like, well, now I have way too much time. So now I'm just like driving around, taking my sweet-ass time. I stopped at the store, got something to eat, and then got to work. It was like 6:32. I'm like, I'm just in the parking lot now. And that's the point that was the part of my day that went the longest. Because I'm just like,
that 30 minutes.
I'm like, there's a PS5 in my trunk. I want to go to work just to get through it.
Yeah, I feel you.
Now I'm just at work like, there's a PlayStation in my trunk.
Dude, I was terrified that whole day. Because like mine was coming, I think it was UPS. And like 80% of the time they're like, we need a signature. Like when I ordered my PC from Cyberpower PC, don't buy from them.
Not an ad.
No, not an ad. Please don't buy from them. The first time I got it and it showed up the first time, it was just like they just left the signature slip there. Didn't even like take it with them.
What?
So I was like, okay, glad someone didn't steal it. Cool, got it. Then the second time, because I had to send it back to get repaired because there was a whole bunch of mess of issues with it. Finally came back. I was home, and they went on the door. Like, that was it. That was the only noise you heard. Even my dogs didn't freak out.
Right.
And, like, left the slip at the door, took the box back up with them. And I had to go pick up the PC. I was like, what the fuck, you kidding me? You kidding me right now?
You didn't even try to get my attention.
Exactly. And, like, they do that. And I was like, they're going to do it with the PS5. They're going to do it. I'm going to have to drive to a UPS store. They're going to be closing. It's going to be not a good time. And
I don't want to be the guy walking out of the UPS store with a PS5.
Oh, yeah. And then even worse, I was like, shit. I got to go get Spider-Man 2 from GameStop. And they close in an hour. I'm already getting home late from, like, the office because it's, like, an hour drive. I'm like, shit, I'm screwed. But luckily, everything just, like
Perfect.
butter. And then I slid right in there and recorded that unboxing video. Go watch the unboxing video on YouTube.
Yeah, this whole episode is just a low-key promo for that YouTube video.
Oh, yeah.
You need to go watch.
When we remembered about, like, an hour into it that we actually made a YouTube video.
Yeah, right. We're confident.
Oh, yeah. But other than that, I don't know if there's much news that's going on in the gaming space.
It's all been centered around the releases.
Yeah, that's it.
I mean, there was the one thing in which I will get back to about Square Enix. Fuck them because of Avengers.
What's that? What did it do
Fuck
now?
them, dude. So it was very evident that I hate that game.
Right.
Like, I hyped that game up because I was like, dude, it's Avengers. They can't fuck this up. It's Avengers. You can't fuck that up. It's a big IP, you know?
Yeah.
So, like, I get my, like, brother
Big
to buy
IP's been fucked up before.
I know, but, like, in my head, I'm like, Endgame just happened. They can't fuck
True,
this
you
up.
would think.
You can't fuck it up.
You're not supposed to fuck it up.
You're not supposed to.
You're not.
But, oh, boy, did they do that. So, pretty much, after all of the hate that this game got and how bad it's been with microtransactions, with, like, terrible connections to, like, players, like, lack of stuff to do, okay story. Okay. That's all I'll give you, Square Enix. It came out how much money they lost.
Oh, yeah.
So, pretty much, according to the financials via GI Biz, In the second quarter, when Avengers was released, the games division saw a net sale of $23.7 billion. And then in parentheses it says $229.4 million. I don't know why that's a thing. And a staggering loss of more than $5 billion or $48.4 million in operating income. So they lost about like 48 to 60 mil, I think was like the estimated
Just making
rate
the game?
of like loss in sales.
Right.
Like because of how bad it was. That's a huge hit on such a big IP. So I'm so mad. I'm so frustrated with that game. I literally played it for the first 2 weeks, beat the story, and then I've not touched it since. I got the steelbook and everything, man. Like they still have all of their DLC characters aren't out yet. We're supposed to be getting Kate
where's
Bishop,
Spider-Man at?
Hawkeye, Spider-Man. Like we're supposed to be getting all these
yeah.
characters. None have been out yet. They've been pushed back. Like I think they pushed back Kate Bishop, which
They're
is
not,
like
they're not gonna release. You know they still didn't because they said they were gonna make it PS5 transferable. It's gonna be an updated PS5 version, and now there's no news on it.
No news.
And as soon as I read that, and then I read how much money they lost, I'm like, they're not gonna do it.
No.
They're not gonna come out with that, and they're gonna be like, dude, blah 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 blah.
they just need to like cut their losses and just say we're not doing anything else with the game. It's dead because you cannot fix it as of this point. Like the problem is that they should have done what Cyberpunk did, which we can talk about that in a second. But like, if the game's not ready, delay it.
Yeah.
Delay it once, twice, 3 times, 4 times. I don't care. We're still gonna buy the game because of what it is. It's an Avengers game. It's Marvel. Endgame just happened. People are still hype off that shit.
Yeah.
Delay the game until it's ready. If it's not ready, don't put it out.
You know
They didn't do that.
You know the gripe that I have about Square Enix. The only real gripe I have about it is you're only gonna get quality like video games if you know what director is working where. Like the reason being is because the director who's working on Avengers is none of the other directors that have been on Square Enix for years. If not, this director had just come off of another project.
Bugsnax.
Yeah,
that was a
and
joke.
no, something
joke.
else. But
The goat.
he was already known for not having a great track record with his previous projects. And I understand that Square Enix, just like Nintendo being a huge company, they always hired people to be able to have more and more directors to be able to tackle more games. But the thing is like, when you have a company like Disney, where like this is their baby now, because technically they've been riding off of the Marvel train for almost a decade now, and they want everything to be perfect, to be to their standards. But then you have a director that would technically end up bending over backwards for this big corporation because, hey, I'm making the bucks out of them, so I gotta make them happy. If you don't take your own shots and like call your own things, and you actually put in the effort to make something that you want to make, not something that you're just gonna make money off of,
Right.
you're not gonna make a good job. And like this is what happened: is they spent all of this money, and fortunately, I'm gonna say Square Enix lost nothing on this.
Yeah.
They lost on sales, but they lost no profit. Why? Because all of this was paid by the big mouse.
By the big mouse.
Yeah, and that's it. And that's the thing. It's you have a corporation like Disney who's just gonna throw money at a project that we're gonna make a profit out of. It's like, no, you're not making a profit out of it because all of your stuff is made out of merch.
Yeah.
You just throw in this to have another cash flow to come in, but whether it falls or not, you're not gonna care.
So the director of that game, his name is Sean Eskegi. I guess that's how you pronounce it. So, as a director, this is what he's done. Marvel's Avengers in 2020. Then in 2017, he was the creative director on Uncharted: The Lost Legacy. Which, I mean, all right game. I'm not a hater of it. It's okay game. Then as a director, it looks like he was in 2 short films, which we're not going to count that because not games.
Right.
And then his first ever video game that he directed for, in 2009, he was the co-director of 50 Cent, Blood on the Sand.
Oh, and that was a horrible game.
So
People love that game too. I think it's ironic love, but people love that game.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's where that guy's coming from in the game
Yeah.
world. Like, don't get me wrong, the Uncharted series is a big name, but like creative director and director are 2 different things.
And
Yeah.
it wasn't like Uncharted 1, 2, or it was Lost. Like it was the side.
Right.
It was a side hoe. what
Yeah.
Miles Morales is supposed to be, but it's actually just like a main bitch.
It's just a short, full-blown game.
That's also the other thing. It's like that Uncharted, like they try to tackle one game at a time. So like right now, when Lost Legacy was coming out, there was no other games coming from that company.
Mm-hmm.
But when you have a huge company like Square Enix, where they tried or they like to tackle multiple games at once, all of those devs are constantly working. If you can't handle your devs, or if you can't pick up the slack, then you're not gonna end up getting good stuff. Like that's all I'm saying. Because like right now, there's like talk about like how Square Enix haven't said anything about Part 2 of FF7, and the reason being is because there's a lot of talk and everything coming out. The speculations of FF16 coming out for next year for the next gen, and there's no talk about FF7. Well, yeah, you got to remember the same director is working on both games.
Right.
So right now, that director's not going to tackle two games at once. He did that with Kingdom Hearts 3, and we can see the effort that he put in towards Kingdom Hearts 3 to a game like Final Fantasy 7. So these two projects he was working on for 4.5 years combined together. Right. And if you were to compare the two games, KH3 really lackluster to what Final Fantasy 7 outputted.
Honestly, I feel like we need to be real kind of with Kingdom Hearts 3. And I really think that was like a...
Cash grab?
I think it was just pressure.
Yeah.
Like, I feel like they made Kingdom Hearts 3 just because they knew everyone is waiting for Kingdom Hearts 3.
Yeah, that's it.
Sometimes I feel like I'm sure some studios do it, but just be honest with your fan base and be like, listen.
It's not coming.
It's not worth the time and the effort to make this because you want. There's more moving pieces to this than maybe the gamers and the fans realize sometimes.
Right, but this is where it comes down to the producers. You have Avengers, Big Mouse throwing money at it. KH, Big Mouse throwing money at it. They're gonna make it because they're gonna make some money out of it.
God damn.
So that's what I'm saying. It all comes down to what the producers want to do. The director's not gonna put out a game that they're not gonna make money off of if they can fund another game with that.
So Mickey just keeps on calling Square like, make my shit.
Pretty much.
Hangs up the phone.
That's all it is. Like they're gonna get a quick money. They're gonna get quick cash grab out of it, and if they can produce it, they know Square Enix have enough dev to be able to put out. But it all comes down to the director. If you don't have a good director, you're not gonna get a good game.
They probably call Disney and just be like, it's not coming together really well.
We know where your family lives.
Yeah.
Like, money's no object. Here's a dump truck of money. Oh, make it.
Yeah.
I don't care if it's shit.
Get over here, Minnie.
Jeez.
Jesus Christ.
But yeah, that's all.
Dark.
Yeah.
Really dark.
That was
really fast.
bad.
You brought Minnie into it.
I just said, come here, Minnie. Maybe she has something to say. Okay.
That's really bad.
But
yeah, so
Mickey's
that's
evil in this reality.
Oh yeah, he's like the
yeah,
Mickey from the South Park.
Exactly.
Oh my god.
Get over here, Jonas Brothers. Put on your goddamn purity rings.
But yeah, I think that was the big problem there. It's like I think the producers were just like, hey, let's just throw money at a project and get like a few $1,000s in, and that's it. We don't care. You know.
With I don't know, Avengers, man. It's like it on paper that was supposed to be like
the game.
It was supposed to, that probably would have been like on paper that's the biggest game this year.
Oh yeah.
Coming, like you said, coming off of the movie, coming off of Endgame.
After 10 years of like bomb movies, like bomb as in good bomb, not bomb as in like bombing, like you can't do that. And like I feel like it's almost like that was the nail in the coffin for the Marvel like fan base, because like this whole year we were supposed to get like Black Widow and I think one other movie and then a TV show from Disney Plus.
We're supposed to get 3 TV shows, 2 movies, and the Avengers game.
Yeah. Meanwhile,
none of
all
it.
we got was the Avengers game.
We got the worst thing that we could get from all this stuff.
Like, to be honest, like if Black Widow came out and the TV series came out at the same time as Avengers, or not at the same time, but in the general vicinity of that, people wouldn't be caring that much about Avengers. They'd just be like, yeah, it was a bad game, whatever, but we still got the TV shows. We still got this, we still got that. The hype's still there. The hype's gone, man.
Yeah,
like, even for the TV shows, I don't care anymore. Like Falcon and Winter Soldier, will I watch it? Yeah. WandaVision, definitely, because that actually looks like it's pretty lit with what they're trying to do. Yeah. But
it's creative looking.
Yeah.
It is.
Other than that, man, I don't care about Black Widow. I don't care about whatever the third show was supposed to be, and it doesn't even matter what it was. But it don't matter anymore. But
entertainment is suffering in that way because while I'll still watch all this Marvel shit, we're definitely not on the same hype train. Like we were up here after Endgame. It's like I'm with whatever you're gonna give me now.
Yeah.
COVID is kind of just fucked up the anticipation of everything.
Yeah. The only good Marvel thing that we've gotten, in my opinion, has been Miles Morales.
Yeah,
like
that's
it and like Into the Spider-Verse, which I mean, it was kind of last year, but like the hype is still there for me specifically because they announced that they're pretty much already started on the next movie. So it's like, there's hype for that, and that's not even connected to this shit. I don't care about it.
And it's animated, so they can just...
The new Spider-Man movie's in the works right now, and they posted like, Tom Holland posted a picture of him wearing the suit with a COVID mask over top.
Yeah.
And I was like,
he's like, everybody wear your mask, I'm wearing too.
Yeah, I'm like, don't do this. Don't do this to me right now. Don't make a movie about COVID. Like, I get that COVID's a thing, but like, I don't want to go to the movies or buy a movie on Disney Plus for an extra $20, even though I already pay you money to like watch a movie about COVID. Please, like, give it like 10 years until after. It's like the whole like Titanic. It's like you wait a certain amount of time after the mass bad event happens, then you can make films about it. Like, there's a lot of
it's
9/11
like it's a
movies.
too soon thing right now. Like, we're still
you
dealing
can't
with
do
it.
that. Like, but yeah. Staying in the game world though, there's a couple games that have come out that are getting some decent reviews. Some are getting like some pretty bad reviews. None that I don't think either of us have played yet. The new Call of Duty came out. The Cold War.
Yeah.
Apparently got like a 2.5 out of what, like 10?
10, yeah.
What?
So, yeah, it's
it
apparently
was bad.
hot garbage.
Yeah.
Apparently.
I think
have not
IGN gave
touched
it a 7.
IGN, gave it a
What was
7.
the 2-point rating that I saw? I don't know. Who posted that? It was one of you guys posted in Discord. It was like 2 out of something.
Really? I remember
No.
posting the 7.
That was the Godfall having a 6 out of 10.
Oh. Might be. But it's bad. It's like a 2 out of 10 to me. Call of Duty, they gotta stop. They gotta stop, man. Apparently, like...
That's a bad... My bad to cut you off real quick, but that's a bad... Call of Duty, with the pedigree that they have, I feel like their first next-gen Call of Duty, a 7 is pretty bad. Like, you can't come into the new generation with a 7, and you're Call of Duty.
Oh, yeah. The funny part to me is, like I'll see, like, streamers on Twitch. They're not even playing, like, the multiplayer or, like, the campaign. They're playing the zombies.
Yeah.
Which is, like... That was, like, a second, like... thought to them. Like, it was like when they were doing the whole announce thing, they were like, oh yeah, by the way, we got zombies again, and like that was about it.
That was
until
it, yeah.
like we got like the more trailers and more about it, but it was like kind of like a little, yeah, we got this again, throwaway. And now like that's what people are playing and they care about, which is funny to me because it's like even people who don't play zombies are into zombies now. But there's also Assassin's Creed
That's
Valhalla.
getting amazing reviews.
Yeah, which kind of makes me want to play it as opposed to our last review.
I'm not even an Assassin's Creed guy, and I want to play it.
Yeah, I actually had the pre-order going, and Nicole told me that to keep it because she was really looking into wanting to play it. She's been playing Tsushima right now, but I was thinking of going to pick it up anyways. I didn't pick up the deluxe edition. I just picked up the regular one. Yeah. Because like I said, like I was skeptical, like what we were talking about when
I said to kill the whole franchise, dude.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. And like literally, I really thought that they were just gonna be like cookie cutter with this one.
I will say,
but they really didn't. Like I saw, I think a little bit of a Let's Play. I don't remember who was playing it, but and then I saw one of my friends streaming, and like he only streamed like maybe the first 10-15 minutes of the game. Dude, I gotta say it literally is different. Like it has that like sweet spot of open world where you can literally do anything. The storytelling is great, the interactions is great, the NPCs are really random, and you're not in that constant flow of like battle all these little guys, level up, and then beat this boss, and then do it all over again. Like you have where to go, you can go here, you can explore, there is more world to look at. And it's like, I was surprised. I was like, this is like what I would expect for like the next Elder Scroll. Mm-hmm. Like that's what I was saying. Like,
I wish it was kind of funny when I haven't seen any gameplay specifically of the game yet, or like I just heard good things about it. But I watched like 2 seconds. I hopped on Twitch. I saw that James from Couch Up, Uber Haxer Nova was playing it, and I hopped in the live stream on Twitch for like 2 seconds, and I see him on top of like a castle. And he does the fucking, like, crane dive into a stack of hay. And I'm like, see, it's the same shit. And, like, that was, like, as it came out. So I was like, fucking, I called it. And then like I see all these good reviews, and I'm like, wait,
Yeah.
maybe I was
yeah,
wrong.
they still have their
People
thing.
are
Like that's
gushing over it.
I
Man.
think that's their signature now. The whole
The
like,
jumping
the
stuff.
jump
Well,
off.
that's
like,
been the signature.
That's been their
That's
thing.
every
so it's
game.
like, but yeah,
I
the
was like,
game.
you gotta be kidding me. This
yeah.
is the same thing. But
So
we got a lot of games that came out. What else came out?
Godfall came out.
I don't even know what that is.
That was
Y'all are hype on that.
yeah.
I was until I saw what it was.
Yeah. Very much like Hades, but just not as fun.
Nah,
what I heard.
it's like a slasher battle royale. You're just like the loot. Not a battle royale.
It's like
It's
a
more
looter.
like
It's a looter.
It tries to be like a looter, but it's swords. That's it. And you get gear and all that
It
stuff.
does not sound. Does it cost money?
Yes, it's a fully priced game.
Oh, and
Like-
it's that bad. Okay, so I guess I'm not buying that. Cool.
So I saw somebody tweet Godfall ... It's bad, man. That was the tweet.
Damn.
Where'd you get it from? Did you did it digitally or did you buy a disc version?
Godfall?
Yeah.
I didn't get Godfall.
Oh, he has.
Oh, I thought you said you bought it.
No.
Oh, okay.
I didn't. I just read up on it. I don't
Oh,
have
okay.
it.
I thought you sent a picture of us with like on your screen or something. I was like,
No, I did. It was. I took a picture of the IGN review on my
Yeah.
screen. I was watching the review.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
I was gonna say I bought when I bought Miles Morales and I was picking it up. The guy like circled this part on the receipt. He's like, if you don't like the game within like this amount of time and bring it back, you can get a full refund. And I'm like looking at him like, what? You think I'm gonna bring back Miles Morales? and
Chris
like,
wouldn't bring it back if it got a 2.
oh no, not in the least bit. But like I was saying, like if you got it from GameStop, you should bring that shit back and get your money back. But maybe that's what I'll do. Maybe I'll go to GameStop, buy Godfall, and then bring it back in like 2 hours after I see how much I hate it. Because that's apparently a thing that you can do now.
I mean, it got a 6. That's not a. It's not.
I feel like
A 4?
that's the same thing that happened with Anthem, and a lot of people
That is
shit
how
on
numbers
Anthem.
work.
Really.
Yeah, no, that didn't say anything just now.
But what's it called? Other than that,
I bought Anthem too.
I actually enjoyed Anthem. It wasn't bad.
Anthem's not. I think Anthem gets a bad rap.
Yeah,
Anthem was not
like I
a
said,
bad game.
Like I feel like
it just wasn't as good as the game it's trying to be.
Yes, like
I didn't even know anything about it.
like Anthem came out and like you and I were talking about it, like the ratings for it and everything, and then like we're like super hyped for it. All of a sudden, IGN came out and they were like, "Yep, to 6," and we're like, "What?"
Makes you feel like you're the anthem.
But the thing
But
was,
the-
it was
the
like
thing
we
that's-
picked it up and like it was I quite enjoyed it.
I
Like,
enjoyed it too.
like coming out of the hype train of like Destiny at the time with their like second dropout and everything, I was like, this is very much something I can play like consistently. But the only thing is like there's so many people out there on Sony console that were like, screw Anthem, not good enough.
You didn't
That
sell.
I just didn't have enough friends to play it, so it kind of fell off the face of the game. But yeah, not a lot coming out.
One thing that is coming out, hopefully, Cyberpunk. There were pictures that were
man.
leaked. I guess you could say leaked, right? Of for like retailers, like the sleeves, like the little paper you put in the
Oh,
sleeves
yeah, yeah.
for like the console games, and then
They had,
balloons.
Like, a box of it.
The box.
little balloons and shit that like hang up around the store. I guess fuel with helium or something. So I mean, I guess we at least know that it won't be pushed back again because
Which
that's
was
happening.
the rumor for the leading up to this.
Yeah.
Leading up in the last week, there was these rumors going around like it's not good. It's not. They're not hearing good things, and it might be pushed back again, which would be craziness.
Honestly though, like if it comes out and there's still issues, like there's gonna be issues. Like I don't. That's the thing I don't get. Like why didn't they just put it out and say that there was issues that they're working on, and like that would be fixed soon. Like that's the thing that I feel like they should have done. Just been like, hey, it's coming out on this date. We wanted to push it back again because we found a couple issues, but we're just gonna address them in a patch. That's what really should have been done. Like the patch wouldn't be out for like until when they would have put it out.
Because it's damned if you do and damned if you don't. They
Right.
could have did that, and they would have got slaughtered on Twitter.
Yeah.
People would have went like,
Yeah, it would have been the same thing that we.
and if they just don't come out at all, or if they say nothing and it does, like either way, and they just push it, then they're gonna get killed because they already pushed it 3 times.
True.
So
Like
it's
it-
like you kind of gotta just let at that point you gotta just let people talk and just do
Yeah,
whatever you're gonna do.
it would have been an Avengers situation.
No, Avengers. is
Not
just
no, well,
terrible.
not that bad. I'm saying it's socially, it would have been an Avengers situation.
I guess.
Or like they push it back once and then they end up releasing it. It ends up being hot garbage, and then just people wouldn't care.
Now,
They will fall off the hype train.
what the deal is, like how I feel is like, the more it gets, excuse me.
It's a late night for Ant. He's been playing too much Miles.
Oh yeah, Miles got me swinging through New York at 3 a.m. Deal is for me is like the more we keep hearing these pushback rumors, the actual pushbacks that happened, these stories about crunch and the talk back and forth about that. It's like, what kind of product are we about to get? It's to the point now where like I still believe in it. I still believe in Cyberpunk because I've been invested in wanting this game since it's been brought to our attention.
Yeah.
And the more they show, I'm like, all right, I'm in. It got to the point they had so many of those little Nightwire City promos. I was like, stop. I don't want to see anymore. Just at this point, you got me. I don't need another presentation. I got it. I just want the game. And they're talking about December 10th now. And not only did they show the pictures of the stuff in the stores, they showed in other countries where they have billboards with the date on it now. So if they push it back now, that's going to be bad.
I went to the GameStop near my place, and they had the poster in the window from like when it was supposed to be out before this most recent pushback. And I was like, y'all going to take that down? They're like, what? I'm like, the Cyberpunk thing. They're like, why would we take it down? I'm like, you work at fucking GameStop and you don't know? How the fuck?
Because they just work at GameStop.
Oh, yeah.
That's why.
There's like, that's the thing I find funny about GameStop is like there's always one person there that knows everything. Like, you need to know anything, they're like, I got you. You want a good game recommendation? I got you. And then they're also good enough to sell like the NBA 2K points to like the moms that are buying it for their kids. Right. Like, yeah, you get the extra stuff in the game, and then they're good salesmen. But then there's just the people that are like, you play Fortnite? You want some V-Bucks? How about
meet
this
me in the
toy?
alley out back?
Yeah, right.
Opens their jacket and there's just like clocks.
Digital V-Bucks on their jacket.
Yeah, man. But I don't know, man. I just want that game to come out. I feel like that's the next game that I buy for next gen.
That's the next game I'm getting.
Yeah,
There's
either that
nothing
or
else.
Assassin's Creed. Like, I might buy Assassin's Creed. I don't know if it'll be this week because holy shit, my bank account after buying a $70 game, which was 2, and then also the PlayStation. So
I think like Assassin's Creed, I do want to play.
yeah,
But for me, I already have enough things to beat. Plus, Cyberpunk is coming. So me knowing how Ubisoft works and their type of games, that game will be, what's it, 60 now? That game will probably go down to at least 40, 50 within the next
By springtime.
2-3 months.
maybe for Christmas.
Maybe. So by the time I get through all the other stuff, I'll buy it for cheaper than it is.
That's a good point. I might actually hold off then. That's actually something I didn't even think about.
Plus, you never know. Black Friday comes up in 2 weeks. They might have some online sales then. You just order it.
Well, I actually, you saying Black Friday, I was just reading, Xbox and Sony just released, press release, like whatever, the website, stating that Walmart, Target, Best Buy, and I believe it's Amazon will finally have systems available for Black Friday for sale.
They've been going up here and there. On Friday, they were at Walmart had them. No. That was Thursday. On Friday, Sony Direct, the website, had them. And we'll put you in the queue and you have to wait for it to let you in. But I was getting alerts that they were available here, available there, but you got to kind of like hurry up.
You got to get in there, yeah.
But
they did say that
every once in a while, something will come up and be like, go here now. There's PS5s there.
Yeah.
Online. But
It's always 2 minutes late though. That's the issue.
Yeah. Sony did say that they were going to have more consoles release for stock, not just like sale like on the moment, but they were going to have more for stock by February.
I feel like that's even early, to be honest. Like I feel like March or April is going to be like when you can just walk into a store and be like, I want a PS5, and then just buy it. That's going to be the
I think it's going to be quite available around February, though. It's going to be a
here and
little
there.
easier than it is now on Black Friday.
Yeah.
Because before the holidays, it's going to be hard.
Black Friday, I think that's when I'm going to get Ghost of Tsushima, because I'm sure there'll be a sale somewhere.
Oh, yeah.
Most likely.
and I'm just gonna get it.
Gotta get those headphones though. Like I
That's
got a
what I'm waiting
notification on Amazon that they were in stock. I was like, oh shit, let me go. Like my buddy was like looking out for me as well, and he like sent me like a message like, yo, they're on Amazon right now, go. And I go there, and they're listed for like $300.
Yeah, I saw that.
And I was like,
You know,
are they normally this much? And they're like,
No.
no, they're $100. Those are just third-party sellers. I'm like, why the fuck are they allowed to do that on Amazon?
Yeah.
And
They
like
shouldn't be.
promote it to me.
They
Like,
popped up. It was crazy. They popped up in stock, and it was Friday after obviously after we got the PS5 on Thursday, and I was not ready to spend $100 after spending that week $1,070 on two systems of Miles Morales.
Yeah.
So I was just like, I really want these headphones, but I just can't do it right now.
maybe in a week or two.
Yeah, like so.
You're like bruised on the ground. Like,
Yeah,
please no.
no more.
I ain't got anything
No
left.
more purchases. So I got the alert, same alert maybe your friend got, that the headphones were available on Amazon. One of my friends wanted the headphones, so I was like, all right, as much as I want them, I'm not going to buy them now, but I'll let him know.
Yeah.
So I'm like, yo, I sent him the link. I was like, yo, they're available on Amazon right now. He's like, fuck, I don't have my Amazon account. Like, can you buy them and I'll pay you? I was like, all right. When I first clicked the link to send to him, they said add to cart, $100, regular price. Yeah. So I could have just got them, but I didn't. I asked him first, which I should have just bought them.
Yeah, maybe.
Because I knew he would pay me anyway. He wants them.
Yeah.
But I didn't. So I sent it to him. I'm like, yo, go ahead. He's like, yo, just do it. I'll send you to my Cash App. I'm like, all right. I go right back. This is a span of 60 seconds. He's like, I went back on there, gone.
Oh yeah. And then they're like there for 300, which is just, that's so asinine to me that like they would even allow, like Amazon themselves would allow third-party companies to come in and be like, yeah, I'm going to sell on Amazon a product that Amazon is selling and sell that product for like 3 times the amount that it's worth. Like, that's such a joke to me. But I'll wait. I'll get them eventually, and then I'll play Astro's Playroom again, because apparently it's better with that. Then I'll play Miles again, because I want to play Miles again.
Because
Yeah,
because it's
because why
a
not?
Wednesday.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Any day that ends in Y, I'm playing Miles Morales, dude.
Oh, sorry, man. It's Saturday.
No, today,
Today.
yesterday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. Except for tomorrow, maybe not.
What day is it now?
No.
Now,
No.
Damn it! I can't play Miles.
yeah. I mean, it's been a fun weekend, to say the least,
Yeah.
about it. I mean, we've said about, almost 2 hours worth of how much we love this console and how much Nicko needs to get it when it comes around.
Oh, I'm getting it.
Oh, we know. And if you don't, there's going to be hell to pay.
I'm definitely gonna be getting the PS5 before I get the new Switch Advance. Let's just say that.
Well, yeah, because that'll come out before that.
Oh, yeah.
But
That'd
no,
be funny if it didn't, though. They just announced the Switch
shit.
Advance and it's like stocked out
It's
the ass,
stocked
and they're
out
like,
the
"Yeah, we
end,
got it everywhere. Look at these 2 fucking idiots. They can't keep the stock up." Honestly, though, imagine Nintendo with that shit.
hey, they would be looking out for that because they did have a rough time when the Switch first got released. Like
you couldn't
keeping
find
it
the
in stock,
Switch.
you couldn't find it. After
You couldn't
launch.
find it for COVID
Dude,
either. I was
For
gonna buy
8
one.
months they were sold out. 8 months after launch they were sold out.
Dude, that'd be slick,
Craziness.
though. They just come in with the backhand. They're like, "Yo, fuck Sony, fuck Microsoft. Here's a million Switches,"
Yeah.
and they just have like stock for days.
Yeah.
They still are the
they-
highest selling console for this year so far.
Yeah.
Even after these console launches. I know they just happened, but
Yeah,
it's wild.
they'll win. Game Awards are coming soon.
Yeah.
Jeff
Which-
Knightley was just posted today with the
Oh yeah.
video. They were saying they're gonna announce
Wait,
the
who?
what's his name? Jeff Knightley or something like that.
Oh, Jeff Keighley.
Keighley. No, I said
Keighley.
Knightley.
No.
I thought it was somebody else.
Yeah,
That's why
I was
I,
like-
I wasn't even trying to be a smart
I
ass.
was
Like,
like,
who
No,
is this?
Keighley. Yeah, that's better. Knightley is like Keira Knightley. She, you know.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know. Yeah.
Yeah. Get her to host instead. But anyway,
You want to come on the show?
don't do the voice.
I'm sorry. No, I wasn't going to.
But yeah, he was talking like they're bringing out the I guess the nominees pretty
Yeah.
soon. I forget what the date was, but it's coming pretty soon. For Game of the Year, I'm saying, I don't know. What do you all think it is? I don't know. I think it would be Last of Us 2.
I thought
But
Last of Us 2
I
also.
don't know. Like,
But, like, I don't think we reached the cutoff yet. So are we counting, like, everything that came out last week?
Well,
Or this week?
the cutoff I think is Thanksgiving. I was looking it up and I somewhere on the web. It said it was like Thanksgiving was the cutoff.
Yeah, because I know you can't. A game that comes out in December can't be
Yeah.
put Game of the Year this year.
So it's like
Cyberpunk misses it now.
Yeah, so like literally Thanksgiving is like the cutoff.
If it's that, then because it's all based on fan vote for the Game Awards specifically, like it's all that website, you all vote.
Yeah.
The only reason I feel like Last of Us doesn't win is because of how much hate it got.
Yeah.
Because like that's it, but like at the same time, I feel like it's Game of the Year.
Yeah.
Like it actually factually is the Game of the Year.
Oh, yeah.
But it won't win because of how people are assholes.
Yeah. I think.
And if you don't think it's a good game, then you have a problem.
I think on vote, and I think I'm gonna stick to my guns on this one. I think it's definitely gonna be The Last of Us. They're still gonna win it.
I don't think they will.
You know what? I
After
think it's gonna
death
be
threats, dude, they're not gonna win the vote.
That's not even why I'm saying it. I think if you take all that out, which you can't, but let's just say for argument's sake that didn't happen. Let's just just give everything a clean slate, right?
Yeah.
I think it's gonna be the sleeper hit, which was Animal Crossing. Because people during COVID,
that's true.
That was the biggest thing that people was playing.
That dropped, yeah.
Honestly, you could say a part of me just wants to give it to Miles Morales, of course, but
I feel like the hype will be there for it, and that might
because
end
I
up,
think
yeah.
that's exactly. I think they could. I don't want to say cheat the system because they're not cheating, but I think the current hype is so big that people are going to live in this moment because it's probably even though that was the biggest selling game of the year, maybe Animal Crossing, and Last of Us had a lot around it too.
Yeah,
but I think this hype that we're living in this moment and it's compounded by the PlayStation 5 release, people are going to live in the moment and be like Miles Morales.
I would not doubt that, and I think it's also deserving.
It's deserving, sure. But I'm trying to think of I want to see how much Miles sells.
To be devil's advocate, just to put it out there, and I love doing this thing where I set up 3 games, and those are the 3 nominees. And I tend to try and pull one game from each console, but unfortunately I can't do that because I haven't really been paying attention to Xbox. So I gotta say, for 3 games that I feel like are really gonna go toe to toe with each other for Game of the Year, it has to be. Unfortunately, it's gonna be Ghost of Tsushima, The Last of Us.
I think Ghost is a good contender too.
And Animal Crossing.
Those
3 games I think are going to be the top. But to give to those who have had hype and really surprised me would have been 1, Miles Morales because of the hype, and we all knew it was going to be a great game. So it's to be expected.
What about Astrobot?
But Valhalla.
I don't think Valhalla's going to get it.
I don't think it's going to be.
Standing next to the games you just listed, Valhalla's not getting it.
It's an Assassin's Creed game. That's the reason why it won't. And that's the sad part. But honestly though, my favorite thing would be they put Astro's Playroom in there. Fuck yeah,
and
it's not even a game, but it's a fucking game.
It's in there.
Do you know how just Sony would just stroke themselves? I'm like, that's right, motherfuckers.
Dude, I'll give Astrobot Game of the Year. My favorite part about Astrobot, this is my last thing I'm gonna say. After you beat the thing, you can skip the credits if you want, because that's what you can do. I normally do that. I didn't this time because I was like, you know what, I'm gonna sit here and just I'm not reading the names, but I'm giving this time to respect the people that put the work into this game because of how good it was. And as you're going down and you're scrolling, there'll just be a message be like, yo, thanks for sticking with us, here's 5 cool points for you, you're being cool for staying here. And then it'll just keep going down and be like, yo, you're still with us? 1,000 cool points. You're dope, man. And then we'll keep going and we'll keep getting higher and higher. And then at the end it's and we got one more person we want to thank. You.
Of course.
And I'm like, fucking just nailed it. And then it's and one more thing. And then you keep playing after the credits and there's more shit to go.
Oh, that's
and I'm like,
awesome.
that right there is so good.
Astrobot.
Yeah.
That's the next Astrobot game. It's a fighting game called Astrobot.
Yeah, right.
Astrobot, dude.
Tell me, what's up? Tweet me for real now. Let's go.
Astrobot, dude.
That would be dope.
Is it a Smash ripoff or is it a
I don't know.
Mortal Kombat?
Look, I did my job. I gave you the name. It's a fighting game. Figure it out at that point.
Just use VR.
It can't be Mortal Kombat
Just
because
go
they're
VR.
not going to make
It's
them
a
violent.
Turtles in Time rip. You get 4 different Astrobots, and then it's a
that.
left to
Oh,
right
yeah.
beat 'em up with different like enemies that are based on PlayStation game enemies.
Why are we recording? Like, we need to be sitting in Sony headquarters. Y'all need to be paying us 6 figures.
Dude, it's such a good idea.
Why are we
Damn,
even doing
man.
this? Like, I mean, we got a dev, animator, and a music person. Let's get this show on a roll.
I'm not making a fucking Astrobot game and getting sued. I already got.
Look, you just
I got
gotta
2 cease and desist from Disney already. I don't need any more.
No, it's a proof of concept.
Yeah,
we give it
there
to
you go.
Sony. Like, yo,
Yeah.
you can make this. We did the work.
Give us money.
Right. Put
Please.
us on the development team. And pay us the Sony bread.
Well, there you go.
I want the Sony bread. I want the money. I know you. The money. I can't talk.
Money.
It's on the end
Oh,
because
oh my
I'm
God.
Astrobound.
Money.
Man.
But pay us, man. We got you. We
don't
got the
think
game
that's
industry on our backs.
I don't know
Whatever
about
I gotta
that.
say to get in the door.
Oh, man.
I-
But
I'm definitely gonna finish.
we should do
Astrobot.
something for the Game Awards.
I was gonna talk about that as soon as we
You
ended.
can live stream it, watch it, and like react
do
to
that.
it from the couch. If y'all
Yeah.
are interested, let us know.
I don't care if
because
we're
it's a
interested, we're gonna
while
do
from
it.
now, right?
Yeah,
It's
we're going to do
December.
it anyway. December.
Yeah. It's a little bit away, so if
December
you guys
10th.
have any thoughts on that, if you'd want to watch the Game Awards alongside Chiboys, shoot us an email at savebeforequitting@gmail.com. That is the full word spelled out. Also, reach out to us. Tell us how you're enjoying the next console, next gen, if you are playing it. If not, what are you playing if you're staying behind for a bit? Sony was saying that they want this to last about like 3 to 4 years for the conversion over to PS5. If you're staying that on the PS4, let us know why. Let us know why not, if it's just the availability. Follow us on our socials. Save the letter B, the number 4, quitting at gmail.com, Twitter and Insta. And then go check out our new YouTube video. We unboxed the PS5. Some people filmed the wrong way. Chris has
man.
an aneurysm. And Nicko is sad.
Sometimes
And
motherfuckers
don't
gotta
tell
have an aneurysm.
don't tell us that you can't watch it because in your new PS5, download the YouTube app and watch it.
Download the YouTube app on your PS5 and then comment on there that you're watching from PS5.
Yeah.
Or comment on whatever you're watching from. Just comment. Let us know what you're thinking. Let us know if you like the video. Everything. All those things, and subscribe.
Please.
Yes. And then at the end of the day, after all of that, all those tasks that we've just given you, that you have gone down and checked off all of those boxes, because we know
Homework.
you're doing it. Because you obviously would if you got this far.
You listen to up to this point. Here's 5 cool points.
Here's 5
Yeah,
cool points. And
alright.
if you don't do all this stuff, like, come on. You got this far. Checklist. Done. And then when you're done all of that, make sure to save before quitting.
Save before